Anything yet? I hope you bear with us and enjoy this unusual stream. Yeah. It could be to do with the internet, because it does do that on Mark sometime. Yeah. Hello guys, how you doing? just bear with us. It's a off the cuff show. Mark can't help the traffic, so it's basically just me and Ross gonna do it. As soon as Mark comes in, Mark will take over, and yeah, just bear with us and please drop a like and stay subscribed to the channel. It's not our fault. It's out of our hands. It's total traffic. I'll say I was just going to say, Ross. I think that's a good idea actually. Keep playing a strong team as long as we can, and make sure that we don't get complacent either with the cup final coming up. So getting a good rhythm going into the final as well would hopefully help us. Ross, for some reason, people are saying that they can't hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they can hear me. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, call. Hang up then, and then call back in, and see if that works. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Keep it going.
Right. Sorry about this, guys. It's Please don't put toss on it. Yeah. Right. We just. It's a couple of technical difficulties. Mark is stuck in traffic. I've had to set it up, and right, Ross is just calling. Hang on. Right, hello, mate. Yeah. Right, type 1 if you can hear Ross now. No. I can hear Ross faint. Yeah. Right, someone's saying it's fine. Get your audio sort, Ross. Still no Ross, still cannot hear Ross. Nope, not working. I can barely hear. Right, can you guys hear me? Can't hear Ross, can't hear him, no. Still nothing. No, I can't hear you at all, mate, no.
Oh, dear God.
Right, is that better? No, your volume's very low apparently. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah? Okay. You've done this on purpose, haven't you? Cannot hear. We can hear Marcus, but not Ross.
Oh, God.
Marcus, push the line up. Right, Ross can't hear you. Can't hear him at all. Oh, hang on.
Oh, one, yes. Settings.
Stop talking, get him to keep trying.
No. No, there's nothing on here.
Don't know what to suggest, mate. At the minute, I really don't.
Right, hang on a minute. Right, whoa. Right, let's try again. Hang on.
Ask your mates if there's any ideas.
Right, let me go into the audio settings.
With Mark Goldbridge. Sound is better now. Can you guys hear me now? Please, we can now hear Ross. Ross is back.
Yeah.
Excellent, guys. I'm glad that you can hear me. I'm absolutely chuffed about that. Can you hear Marcus?
Right, Joy, can you hear me? Yeah.
They can hear us. Excellent. Right, I'm just going to carry on.
Right.
You probably didn't hear anything I said.
Joy's taking the mick out of us, man.
Well, do you know what? Who doesn't draw? Take the mick out of anyone.
Yeah,
right,
we can hear you both. Right, there we go. Right, it's done. Sorted.
I'm going to beat himself, everyone, guys. Mark Goldbridge is actually stuck in traffic, unfortunately, but he will be here later on. But for the time being, you are stuck with me and Mad Marcus from the live comment. So, look, it's going to be a slightly different watch along until Mark does actually make an appearance. But hopefully, this will be a good one, and we can make it a bit light-hearted. But you know, one of the other issues we are having is the fact that we can't get a visual to us, basically, because it's been so last minute. But there was a few live comments. I will repeat it again, saying that, you know, we should all be dabbing right now, and I assure you that I am actually mid dab as I speak to you, but because there's no visual, I do have no way of proving that. But the team news should be out very shortly. Thanks, Marcus, for getting all that.
No worries, mate.
Techie Marcus.
Apologies to everyone. All right, a slight hiccup. Don't leave us. All right, we're going to work through it.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, this is going to, like I say, it's going to be a slightly different stream. But you know what? Let's make it a good one, and let's get to 69,000 subscribers. That we're so close to it. When Mark Goldbridge is not actually in the seat, that'd be fantastic. And he's not been sacked, unfortunately. He is just stuck in traffic. But there is a few rumours flying around that he's actually out getting a Marouane Fellaini tattoo. But I'm just going to leave that one to the rumour mill, to be honest. But team news should be out any second now. I don't know if anyone's heard anything from the live comments on the team news. I've got absolutely nothing at the minute. Mark is stuck on the A57. I don't actually know where the A57 is, to be honest. I assume it's somewhere around the Birmingham, Manchester area, but don't actually know the road myself. I'm also dabbing, says Koshi Sharitha. I'm pleased to see that actually, or hear that. As I say, I'm dabbing. That's why I was so muffled earlier, because I was actually trying to talk through the dab, which was a little bit hard to do. But if you want, I've still got no team news. It's supposed to be out at 10 to 6. So I'm just going to go ahead with what we were talking about earlier, Marcus. They probably heard your side, which was that you agreed that, you know, I kind of want to see a strong team out today, just based on the fact that I don't want the team sort of ebb and flow ruined for Sunday. Sunday's the game we've all got to worry about. I'm actually trying to go to the game myself, but I haven't got a ticket yet. So if anyone wants to sort me out a ticket, just find me on Twitter and let me know. But yeah, I think that's the big game, and this is just a warm up to it. So I'd play most of the big players, hopefully get an early goal, and then just change things after that. What's your thoughts, Marcus?
Yeah, I totally agree, mate. I think consistency is the name of the game at this stage of the season now. So I would play virtually a full strength team, and yeah, this, like you say, people are going to be playing for their places, aren't they, for Sunday? So hopefully, you know, we get a cameo of, you know, maybe Schweinsteiger tonight, maybe Luke Shaw. Hopefully they might be able to force their way into the team and go from there, and hopefully the lineup will be pretty strong.
Yeah, I totally agree. Mr. Fresh, Mark has not just signed a 5-year contract with Arsenal Fan TV, even though, probably like most of you, I would love to see him on there, sort of debating with them guys, because half of them are absolutely clueless, and I think Mark would trounce all over him, to be honest. But he is generally just stuck in traffic. There's no other rumours to that, to be honest. You know, I did hear again that he was aware of the new goalkeeping position at Sutton United and was actually in trials for that, but again, just another rumour, to be honest. It's not concrete evidence. I've heard he's just stuck in traffic. But again, I've got no team news as of yet, but I will talk. It's Sergio Romero's birthday today, so we should all give that guy a big round of applause, and, you know, drop a like if you're a massive Sergio Romero fan, because I know there is a few out there. Personally, myself, I think he's a good number 2 for us, and I can't think of many number 2s. You know, it's hard to find a goalkeeper that's just willing to sit on the bench, and especially an international goalkeeper for Argentina. So I think he's fantastic at what he does, but, you know, as a number 1, he terrifies me, to be honest, because you've only got to look at that spill out that he had against Blackburn. I mean, I know the goal was offside, but the spill out was absolutely awful. So hopefully, go on.
I was just going to say, how far do you believe United will go in the Europa with the squad we've got? I mean, are you expecting to semi-finals, maybe push it to the final?
I think we'll win it. I really do. I think the toughest competition I think we will have is probably Tottenham. And I know there's a lot of teams around Europe that are in the Europa League that could challenge us, but I just think Tottenham are our biggest threat, and I don't think that they have the squad to deal with playing, Thursday, Sunday. Well, I think Manchester United are more built for that, and I think one or two injuries could absolutely cripple Tottenham this season, where United, I think, barring an injury to Pogba or Zlatan, I think we could have injuries all over the pitch and still survive. And I think that's a massive, massive point, just to elaborate on that, about our injuries, because we had sort of 2 years of Louis van Gaal where our starting 11 was basically injured all the time, and Mourinho come in. I remember in one of his first press conferences said that players in my team rarely get injured, and he's brought that into the team. We're seeing Phil Jones go on a run of games. Yeah. We've seen Luke Shaw, even though he's not playing, he hasn't been injured for a while, and I think he's doing fantastic things at United. So Marcus, back on that, I think we'll go all the way.
Well, I mean, going, talking about Luke Shaw as well. I mean, what do you think the problem is there? I mean, I've been reading like it's a attitude problem, and some people have said that he's a bit overweight and needs to tone up a bit. I mean, what's the sort of thing that do you think that Jose would do to swing that around?
Again, Luke Shaw frustrates the absolute hell out of me, but so did Mkhitaryan and so did Martial when they were being dropped. I totally disagreed with it. I honestly thought that their careers were over, and it was annoying at the time. But actually, they've turned their form around, and Jose's showing faith. And I think that Luke Shaw's getting the same treatment, but I wonder how he's responding to it, because we've seen Mkhitaryan and Martial completely turn it around and almost becoming unplayable for Jose Mourinho. But I just wonder if Luke Shaw shows a little bit of mental incapability to deal with the pressure that maybe Jose Mourinho's putting on him. I hope not. I think he's a fantastic left back. I think he's his best is England's best left back. I can't argue that it's our best left back now, but he isn't. Joe Romero in goal, which hopefully will be another clean sheet for him, even though he didn't get one the other day. We've got Young again for the second game in a row, which is looking like right back. Smalling and Bailly centre backs, Blind at left back, Carrick, Pogba, Fellaini midfield, and Mata, Mkhitaryan and Ibrahimovic. So it is strong. Do you know what? It's just Ashley Young at right back for the second game in a row. I'm absolutely gobsmacked, to be honest. But do you know what? I'll give him his due. He played well against Blackburn, but it just goes back to the fact that what do we gain out of playing Fellaini Young? Because he's not going to be here next year.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I mean, I know Rooney's not in the squad, but I mean, when he is, you could argue the same about him as well. I mean, if reports are true that he could be on his way to China, and if not, he'll be gone in the summer, then what's the point in involving him in the squad? I know we're in so many competitions, but I just think it's wrong. I don't know. I mean, Ashley Young, he doesn't offer nothing. I don't think Rooney, in fairness, anymore, a great servant to the club, but I don't think he offers anything anymore. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you, mate. It's totally weird why Ashley Young's starting 2 games in a row and Luke Shaw's not got a look in. Not even on. What's the bench today?
I haven't seen the bench. It hasn't actually come out of Manchester United's official page as of yet, but I'm sure it'll come up in a little while. But there's a few guys in the live comments that are, obviously ecstatic at seeing Fellaini's name. I've seen it pop up quite a lot.
That's the hashtag Team Fellaini Club, mate.
That is Team Fellaini. That is. I'm sure Mark is. Mark's reveling with his Fellaini tattoo right about now. But you know what? It's Fellaini's Fellaini. He'll play poor today because it won't be his sort of game. He's played poor the last 2 or 3 games. I've actually been quite sort of pleased with the United stand's opinion of Fellaini, because it has changed quite a bit. The United stand was always quite anti-Fellaini, but recently, he's had a little bit of backing from the United stand, not as a starter, but just to be in and around the squad. But Fellaini's form over the past sort of 2-3 games that he's played has been really poor. So it has shocked me to see him in that team today. But again, he's probably just resting up other players, because you know what, we need our best team for Sunday. And Carrick, Pogba will play Sunday. Carrick and Fellaini won't. I can guarantee you of that. So I think they're just being rested up, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Luke Shaw's not even on the bench, going by the comments. So
I've just got the bench now, which is De Gea in goal, obviously. Valencia, Rojo, Schweinsteiger, Lingard, Martial, Rashford. You know what? Again, no Schweinsteiger, which is poor form. He's added into the Europa League squad. Got United fans all excited that we might actually see a bit more of Schweinsteiger, because I think that his career at United has been unfulfilled, and I think he's got a lot more to do here. But
Well, do you reckon Luke Shaw's days are numbered here now?
I don't. I think that there's going to be chances for him. I think we've got a lot of games coming up. I just think, do you know what? Luke Shaw might be getting, last season, he obviously come back from quite a horrific leg break. And you can either take that either way. And I think he was rushed back in a little bit by, just by our team. And I think that he's just taking him out of the picture a bit. Get him strong in training. We've got so many left backs. There's no real point in risking Luke Shaw, even in a game like this. We might as well just build him up, and when probably Luke Shaw can turn around to Mourinho and say, I'm 100% over this leg break now, I think he'll starting games. But I just think it's all going to be in the back of his mind. And there's a lot of people in the comments say you can't get over a leg break like that. Well, Valencia had the same thing, and Valencia come back, in my opinion, a better player. He come back as a right back, granted, but a better player than he was. So you can recover, but I just see Draughty Devil say it's a strong bench, and it definitely is Draughty, 100%. Probably stronger than our first team, to be honest, if you're looking at replacing player for player. But I'm just looking at Martial rested. Yeah,
that's a strange one, isn't it, for me? I mean, he's played well in his last 2 games, and then all of a sudden he's on the bench. I mean, is that a sign that Mourinho just still can't grasp what he's about, or is there a trust issue there again?
No, do you know what, Marcus? I think Martial started 3 games in a row now, which I was surprised. I was surprised to see him start against Blackburn. But for me, personally, this is a good sign, because it means he's played 3 games in a row. He's proven what he needs to prove to Mourinho, and now he is... that's a great comment, that, from St. Columbo's. Just to interrupt, Falcao had a leg break and it took him 2 years to recover, which is absolutely true. And you know what? Maybe Luke Shaw's having the same thing, and I just hope that, unlike Falcao, because he obviously had a huge wage bill. I think Luke Shaw's young enough, and I think Mourinho has faith in him. Just at the minute, we've got so many. I mean, we've got, in theory, if you're adding Darmian into the mix, who I sometimes question if he's actually a footballer, but you've got 3 left backs there, which is fantastic. Just to again reiterate to everyone, because I know there's a few of you joined in the last sort of 10-15 minutes. Mark Goldbridge is actually stuck in traffic, and he will be here at some point. He'll just pop up in that chair probably, and just appear like he does, like a magician, and we will hear from him. But for the time being, you've got me and Marcus only on audio, because it was all done last minute. Obviously, Mark was aiming to be here for this. We couldn't set up, the video stream, so we are only audio for the time being. But we really do appreciate your support, and subscribe and like the video.
I think another thing as well, Ross. I mean, Jesse Lingard as well. Being 24 years of age, I mean, some people still consider him to be a young guy. So do you reckon this is the type of game he should be playing in to put his stamp on the team and show Mourinho that he's a first team player?
Yeah, no, I would go along with that. I think Lingard is always in for a lot of stick, because he kind of piggybacks off Pogba's fame a little bit, and he tries to be what Pogba is, and he hasn't got the image or the performance to really pull that off. And a lot of that's not him. He gets a lot of stick for it, but you've got to kind of question, that his media team around him, the club that put him forward to all this stuff, and Adidas for wanting to get him involved. But I think as a squad player for Manchester United going forward, he will be very important to us. He's got great work ethic. He doesn't have enough quality in the final third for me, but you always need a Jesse Lingard. You know, you can't have players like Mkhitaryan's quality on the bench because they won't be on the bench. They'll move to another club. So you need your bench players. And let's not forget that Lingard's been on the periphery of United's, squad. He's barely even got on the bench sometimes. But we haven't heard any rumours about him leaving. He's very happy at United. He's happy following Pogba around the dressing room with his Instagram out. And that's kind of what we need because, like I say, if he did suddenly get fantastic, he'd either be in the starting 11 or he'd leave to somewhere else because that's just what happens in football. It's a fickle world.
That's it, mate. That's it. Couldn't agree more. Right, let's have a look at some comments then, and see if there's any questions or requests now that the team line-up's out and everyone seems to know. Keelan Johnson, block Montana, pissing me off. Okay, right. Most games we start Fellaini, you missed that one. Block Montana again, right, okay. Anthony Abdurrab, this game is a walkover. Could be interesting. What do you reckon about that, Ross? I mean, do you reckon the game's finished now? Do you reckon it's over as a tie and 3-0's pretty comfortable in my opinion, but if they get the first goal, you don't know what could happen, do you, really?
No, I think the ties. I think, given the team that we've put out, I think this tie is absolutely over now. I think if we'd have put out, a weaker team than what we've got now, I think it'd have been interesting watching. Let's not forget this stadium is a bit of a cauldron at St Etienne, and they do put on a great atmosphere. I mean, their fans were fantastic at Old Trafford a week ago. They weren't as good as the United away fans at Blackburn because that was something special. I mean, I've sat through countless videos of how Liverpool fans are great because they sing one song at the start of a game and then go quiet for 90 minutes. But United fans were fantastic in that Blackburn game. But they create an atmosphere at St Etienne. So I think first goal's key. That's probably why he's put the team out that he has. If we get an early goal, it's 100% over. I think they need about 5 goals to counteract that. They would do. But it's interesting to see what Alex. I've just seen a message from United stands Alex Adams saying that he cannot believe basically that Zlatan's starting. The comment is God, as if Zlatan is starting. But I know a lot of you will agree with that, but I disagree. I probably would have played Zlatan, but not for 90 minutes. If he plays 90 minutes, I'll be absolutely furious.
Well, it's interesting as well that Rashford, I thought he had a good performance against Blackburn. All right, we needed to bring on Zlatan and Pogba to get the goals we needed, but I mean, I don't think Rashford he didn't do badly. I don't think he deserved to get dropped for this, not at all.
No, he didn't. He's done enough. Montana Kane basically is spamming the live comments with 6, but I don't know who he supports.
So he's going now.
Is he going? But you know what? A lot of clubs can keep popping up and putting 6, but come the end of the season, let's see where your clubs are. I mean, if he is a Liverpool fan, and I'm only just guessing he's a Liverpool fan, live comments will probably enlighten me with that.
Yeah, right.
You can't be spamming United fan channels saying that we're 6 because look at where they're at. They're not at Arsenal. That's interesting. Arsenal seem that they clapped at Arsenal. Yeah, he definitely supports Arsenal. Well, he's gone now. I think Marcus got rid of him.
He's gone. Yeah, the video. He's gone. All right. So, right. So, I mean, talking about Zlatan, he's United's most prolific player this season. I mean, if we didn't have him, Ross, do you think we'd have struggled without him?
That's a really tough question and a good question, Marcus. And it'd be interesting to see what the live comments think as well, because I'll need some help with that one. But that is a tough one.
I didn't mean to stitch you up. Sorry.
Oh, man, you've thrown me right under the bus here, you bastard. You know what? You have to look at who would play in his position. I'm just going to assume that we haven't signed Fellaini, and we obviously haven't. Fellaini, I keep saying Fellaini. He's on my mind today. We haven't signed Zlatan, and we haven't replaced him with anyone. So you'll be looking at Wayne Rooney, to fill the void. Maybe Martial up front, but you're probably looking at Rooney and Rashford. And I think we we would have struggled, but I don't think we'd be league position-wise a lot different to where we are.
Yeah.
I think in the cups though we might have struggled quite a lot more than what we have, and potentially wouldn't be in the League Cup final. So I think we owe quite a lot this season to Zlatan, and just being Joker forever, saying is Ibra playing? He is playing.
Yeah, do you want to let out the team again, Ross? Because we can't type it up, can we?
Yeah, we can't. No, that's a good point. So the team to face St Etienne is Romero in goal. It's Young at right back, which we're all absolutely thrilled to see. Smalling and Bailly at centre backs, Blind at left back. We've got Carrick, Pogba, Fellaini midfield with a Mata, Mkhitaryan and Ibrahimovic forward three. Obviously the bench is quite strong. We've got De Gea on the bench, Valencia, Rojo, Schweinsteiger, Lingard, Martial and Marcus Rashford. So hopefully we'll see something of Lingard and Rashford today, definitely. And I'd love to see Schweinsteiger come off from the bench, because he's one of my favourite squad players at Manchester United, I should say.
I think it's about time he got a good run in the side now. I've said to Mark numerous occasions, he's put his head down like a true professional, got back in the team, got back in the squad for the Europa League, obviously. He's had a couple of cameo appearances, which have been quite well. He's done pretty well. So I think just off his work ethic, I think he should be given a couple of games now to show what he can do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I think Mark agrees with that actually. Mark has been banging the drum that, and I totally agree with him that why play Carrick when you have Schweinsteiger, because Carrick's fantastic. He's a fantastic footballer, but he is going this season. He hasn't signed any new contract. It's all gone quiet. I keep hearing rumours that he's going to have a testimonial at the end of the season, so he's going. So, and you raised the point earlier. Why play Carrick? Why play Rooney? Why play Ashley Young when we have perfectly good replacements for them on the bench for these games? Because we're playing deadwood in theory.
Yeah.
So it does frustrate me a little bit. But do you know what? I find it hard. Things frustrated me when Alex Ferguson was manager. It used to frustrate the hell out of me that he played, Ji-Sung Park for big games and Darren Fletcher, but it worked. It frustrated me, but it worked. So I'm kind of having the same thing with Jose at the minute. I think he's a fantastic manager. I think there's no better manager suited to Manchester United at the minute, but he frustrates the absolute hell out of me. But again, it's working. So what can you say about that?
Well,
Vincent, go on.
No, I was just going to say, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, talking back about Fergie's years with Ji-Sung Park. He wasn't the best of players, but at the end of the day, he was a hard worker. He was. He did it as he was told, and he did his job well, no matter where Fergie put him to play.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Just going back to live comments, there's still some people assuming where Mark Goldbridge is. Yeah. Some people think he's walking Robbie the dog. He isn't. He's actually stuck in a traffic jam at the minute, which I can imagine he's pulling his hair out. But he is listening to the show, so show it some support, please. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. I want it to get 69,000 subscribers. Why he isn't on there? I think that'd be fantastic. Smalling is nowhere near Vidic or Rio's quality, says Paul Lucas. I think that's unquestionable.
I think that's a good point as well, because I actually slated him quite badly for the Blackburn goal. So I was trying to say to Mark, it's all right. You can say Rojo was at fault as well, but as a defender, once you're pulled out of position, in the back of your mind you've got that safety net behind you, and Smalling to be turned with a simple pass like that. Danny Graham, he's not the fastest of players. He's not even a skillful player, but for an England centre back to get turned like that didn't go down well for me.
No, it didn't for me. I just totally agree with that, mate. I think you got that one absolutely spot on, and that was a great comment. I think Smalling's performances for United this season have been far off what they should be. We speak quite a lot on the United stand that it's maybe because that last season he was protected with 2 centre defensive midfielders, which he was.
Yeah.
This season he doesn't have the same protection. I mean, I don't know about you, Marcus, but I thought that the goal that Blackburn scored to make it 1-0, there was a fantastic bit of midfield play from that player. I forget his name, but I think Smalling just got rolled, and I just, again, he's getting rolled by Championship players. It's embarrassing.
It is, yeah. I mean, for a team of Manchester United's quality, stature, I wouldn't say that he's the best centre back we've got. Obviously, he's not Bailly's, the best one. But I mean, would you partner Smalling with Bailly, or would you go with Jones or Rojo?
Do you know what? I've actually, at the start of the season, I'd have told you Chris Smalling all day, but I've really grown on Marcus Rojo. I think he's an average player playing to the absolute capacity of his game, and he's given United every breath of his energy, and I like to see that in players. I'd rather see an average type player like Rojo give us their all than have a player like Chris Smalling who has all the potential to be a Rio Ferdinand and Vidic, but then play like they're playing at the minute. And I also quite like Rojo's aggressiveness, because I think that we miss that in the United team, and I don't want him to go 2 foot in everyone. Edward spent the same Rojo's class, I agree. I don't want him to go in 2 foot in everyone like he did at the start, but I just like the fact that if you piss Rojo off, he's not going to drop it, and you're going to get absolutely clattered. And I think we need more players like that in the team.
That's it. Yeah, I totally agree. We lack leaders. Definitely, for me. I mean, Rooney, our captain, he can't even get a game at the minute. All right, people say he's got a slight injury, but I mean, Roy Keane used to play through the pain barrier, didn't he? Rio played through it, Vidic, and I think we miss those sort of players massively.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. We miss the Roy Keanes. We miss the Nemanja Vidic. I mean, what a leader he was as well for United, and that's the difference. I think, again, I totally agree with you, Marcus, that you look to sort of our teams, that won not just the league, but maybe even the Champions League, and you look at the leaders in that team, and you can't pick one, you pick 5, 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
I think that's where United need to get back to, and I think we're getting there. And I think Jose's making the right the right signings. Zlatan Mickey Pogba says Smalling is a fairy. He is a bit of a fairy, to be honest. I agree with that. For someone so big in stature, he gets knocked off the ball too easy for my liking. But and then on the other foot, you got Rojo, who's quite small in stature for a centre back, and he seems to be absolutely impossible. He's like a terrier, so I do like him. Oh. I prefer Rojo and Bailly to any other partnership at the moment.
Yeah, for me,
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, you can't trust Smalling. He's got mistakes in him. You can't trust Jones. He's always injured. So out of what we got, I mean, it goes to Rojo, doesn't it? Really?
It does. I agree.
Right, let's have a chat about Pogba for a minute. This is always interesting with his price tag and everything. So we've seen Pogba last season. Obviously he was at Manchester United for a very short while. He goes to Juventus, becomes an absolute star, plays really, really well most games. So I mean, for us to get that level of Pogba at Manchester United, I mean, are we missing a vital player to play with him, do you think?
Yes,
I think someone to complement him, I should have said.
I think that's spot on. Pogba actually, he surprised me this season, to be honest, because I thought we were getting this sort of Trequarista player who is just going to score goals and be in the box, and I think he was going to be hit and miss. But I think Pogba's been very disciplined at United, and I didn't think he'd be like that. But I think Mourinho is doing the right things. He's making him do the basics. And he does lack. I mean, the best form we had out of Pogba was when he was playing with Carrick, and Carrick was probably, it was in some of the best form he's been in the last 3 years, to be honest. But he's kind of fallen off. So I keep looking around. I mean, I saw Mark on Twitter last night, sort of scouting Bakayoko through Monaco, and I agreed with Mark. Didn't really, see that much in him to warrant, the price tag and to play against, play with Paul Pogba. So I think we've got to seriously look out there and spend some money, but it needs to be for the right player. And that's where, I totally agree with the sales of players like Schneiderlin, because Morgan Schneiderlin is never going to be a Pogba, a next to Pogba player. I don't think he can bring out the best in him. So it'd be an interesting one. It's interesting to see what the live comments think of who they'd like to see, across Europe partnering with Paul Pogba. I saw a poll earlier that sort of alluded towards Tony Cruz, which the land of Bean agrees with. Cruz is our new Carrick, but I'd agree with that. But I think parting a player from Real Madrid to United, unless Madrid are actually discarding them, which they were actively doing with Di Maria, it's going to be a tough ask. What do you think, Marcus?
I mean, to be honest, mate, I think if we buy anyone from Madrid, I think that's going to result in some sort of deal involving De Gea.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, me personally, I would, no matter who Madrid have got, I would steer well clear of them, because I wouldn't want De Gea to leave.
No.
He's the best goalie in the world, or equally the best with Neuer. And I just think, there's other good players out there that play in Tony Cruz's position. We're not just limited to one or two players in the market. There's plenty of other good substitutes for him. So I would steer clear of Madrid. I mean, I like Rakitic. To me, I watched him in the Euros for, I think, Croatia, isn't he? I think. He played very well as a CDM for me. And sorry, I just got a butt in here. Beck Howe, thanks, pal. Means a lot. I would just love to see Rakitic there behind Pogba, and I would probably, if we're gonna get Griezmann, I would stick Griezmann as the number 10. And I think that would be an awesome three. Mkhitaryan on the right, Martial on the left. Absolutely fantastic, mate. I mean, that is going back to the old days of striking fear before you even get out onto the pitch.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Griezmann is a number 10 for us, and I think, we need more. And do you know what? I'm not going to lie here. I don't tend to watch a lot of Real Madrid, games, to be honest. So I haven't seen a lot of what Tony Cruz is about. I've seen a lot of him playing for Germany, but I haven't seen a lot of him at Madrid, and I don't know what he's like regarded with the Madrid fans. So it'd be interesting in the live comments to kind of let me know if he's classed as a Madrid legend, or whether they'd be willing to let him go, because I honestly do not have a clue, to be honest. But just going back, I know you've interrupted for that comment, and thanks for all your positive comments today for us, basically filling in for Mark, because he is stuck in traffic. He's absolutely furious. He does want to be here, but he can't. But he will be here a bit later. But it would have been easy for us or for Mark to just cancel this show completely and apologise. But he was determined to give you some content, so we are filling in for him, and we're trying our absolute best. But all your comments are much appreciated.
Yeah, fantastic comments. Truly supportive of us. And we could have, as Ross just said, could have quite easily not had any show and just made it up to you guys tomorrow. But we're adamant being live every day, for watchalongs and other shows that we do. So hopefully you all enjoy it and appreciate us trying to do it for you.
Gungshi, the lunatics are running the asylum. I totally agree with you, but we are lunatics, but we're trying our best with it. No one is a Madrid legend. They kicked out Casillas out of the club. Come on now, that was from Dan Miola.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. That he probably was their ultimate legend. But well, that's enough on Real Madrid anyway. I'm sick of talking about that.
Do you know what, Ross? Let's just change something. Did you watch the game yesterday?
What, Man City?
Yeah.
I did, yes.
Right. What was your take on Falcao last night?
My take on Falcao is, I think he's the same player as what we had.
Yeah.
I just think he gets a different kind of service. Let's not forget, Falcao is playing as a spearhead to a fantastic Monaco attacking team. They've got Bernardo Silva and that Mbappe. I don't know if I said his name right, but I'm going with that. Mbappe. And they're fantastic players, and he's getting a lot of service. And do you know what? I'm a firm believer. If you put Falcao in the Manchester United team that we're playing this season, so you're basically taking Ibra out and putting Falcao in, it'd score as many goals as what he's scoring in the French league. The issue he had with Manchester United is he played in a Van Gaal team which was rubbish. It was terrible.
Yeah.
The football was crap. And then he went to Chelsea, and I think Chelsea had Diego Costa, and Falcao is never ever going to fill Diego Costa's shoes because he's a completely different type of player. So he kind of got a raw deal in England, and he got a lot of stick for that. But I think he's a fantastic player, and if he plays for France, getting that sort of service, he's such a good finisher. He's going to stick the ball in the back of the net all day of the week. I don't know what your thoughts are, Marcus. Do you think he's finished?
Oh, do you know what? When I was watching him last night, it seems to me that guy, as a centre forward, thrives on pace down the wings, and that was something we drastically lost last season and the season before with Van Gaal. We never had decent quick wingers, and I just think maybe, just maybe, if we'd have had that, do you reckon we could have seen what we saw last night at Manchester United?
Sorry, mate, I didn't get the end of that.
Do you reckon that the Falcao of last night in the game, do you reckon we could have seen that at United if we had the fast-paced wingers?
Yeah, I think we could have done.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I think in that Van Gaal team, we could have had the fastest. I think we could have had Ronaldo and Bale on the wings. I just think Van Gaal's philosophy of football. I'm not saying it's wrong, because it isn't wrong. He won trophies where wherever he went, he won the trophy at Old Trafford. Let's not forget. But for the Premier League, it didn't suit the philosophy. Did not suit. It was boring. It basically was a striker's nightmare. And I kind of feel sorry for players like Rooney as well for that, because he did try and play Rooney up front, and he got a lot of stick for it because Rooney was awful. But then so was Van Persie, so was Falcao. I mean, it's an endless list of strikers that failed under Van Gaal's philosophy of football, and it can't be down to all of them flopping at the same time. It was down to a flawed philosophy and this horrible build-up play, which I firmly didn't agree with. But Max Jurgens, Bernardo Silva for Mata. What's your thoughts on that, Marcus?
Oh, that's a tough one. Bernardo Silva's got pace. He's got quality. Oh, I don't know. I do like Juan Mata, but I think I like Juan Mata more as the person than the footballer. I think he's restricted because of his lack of pace. I think it's going back to the United way. We thrived on pace in the wings in the old days. Do you know what? I'd go for it. Yeah, I'd take him.
Guys, Dan Miola says Bernardo Silva won't adapt well to the Premier League. You know what? There is that to it. You replace Mata with a player that's coming from a foreign league. He might not prove well, and I think Mata has done well to prove himself in our league. Personally, do you know what? I'm a Mata fan. I love the person as well. My missus loves him. He's probably the reason why my missus supports Man United, to be honest. She has a bit of a crush on him. So, I think that I'd take Mata. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's a big game player as well. He's like do you know what? At the start of the season, I'd have said this comment for a joke, which is David Silva's a poor man's Mata. But throughout the course of this season, I'm actually starting to to believe the joke, to be honest, because I'm looking at David Silva play last night, and I'm thinking, is he doing more than what Mata does for United? Absolutely not. And I think Mourinho's starting to see it now that Mata is a big game player. He always turns up, and he always makes a difference when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, impact sub. Yeah.
100%. A lot of people saying Mata's much better. I see.
See,
Ross's wise thing with Mata.
I can see their point. You know, people saying Mata's better, but I mean, for me, yeah, it is a tough one. But I mean, I would take pace purely because of the way United were in the the good old days, and judging by the last 3 years, it's evident that we have lacked pace. So yeah, I mean, I would lean towards it. But I've just got a message here from Mark. He apologises for being late, but the channel is bigger than him and encourages everyone on the comments box to get involved, and he will be here as quick as he can. So don't panic, guys. He's coming.
That's excellent stuff. That.
All right.
You know what? I did. I also saw a rumour today. I've seen quite a lot of rumours, and I saw one that he actually put a bet on the Sutton United reserve goalkeeper to eat a pie the other night, and he's just picking up his winnings now. And once he picks them up, he'll be with us. But it's just a rumour again. The actual story is that
I thought it was a pasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a pasty actually. That's why he's so long, because he's having a bit of trouble, because he's arguing that a pasty's a pie, but it depends what part of the country you're from, to be honest. But yeah, again, thanks live comments. You've been fantastic, and thanks for bearing with us. And sorry we can't get visual for you, but it has been last minute. And no one is bigger than United stand, which was a comment just there, and I totally agree with that. There could be anyone up here, but the live comments is always on fire, and it's fantastic. But we've got a watch along to do in a little while, so we've got half hour to kick off. Is it, Marcus?
Yeah, it's only 32 minutes to be exact, but yeah, 30. Right, I've got another thing for you. Griezmann. Now, a lot's been said, rumours flying about. He's coming, he's not. Apparently he's come out today and said that he's happy at Atletico Madrid. So would you take that as gospel? Do you think he's changed his mind now and he wants to stay there?
No, I think he's coming to Man United. Yeah? I think the Griezmann saga has already started, and I can imagine it being a bigger saga than what Pogba is. I'm slightly worried about Griezmann playing for Manchester United. Thanks for the comment, Lorcan Shari, for saying it was a great show, but he worries me a little bit, because I think he's a fantastic footballer. But when you pay, I didn't think there was any doubt that Pogba wouldn't do it in the Premier League. You look at the stature of the man, and you look at how physically imposing he is on other players. You knew that he's made for Manchester United. He was made for the Premier League. I worry about Griezmann just based on the price tag and the pressure that would be on him and where he's going to play, because Pogba doesn't have pressure to score goals, which is good for him. He can play his game and play beautiful football, ping them balls about, and he'll get the credit that he deserves. If Griezmann comes and doesn't hit the ground running with goals, if he comes for a fee that is rumoured to be bigger than Paul Pogba's, the pressure is going to be unbelievable. And we see sort of, I remember Arsenal fans trying to troll us that Xhaka was bigger than Pogba at the start of the season, which was a flipping joke. But it will be worse with Griezmann. It really will. And we'll probably be seeing comments like Henderson's bigger than Griezmann, and it'll just wind us up. So it worries me a little bit, to be honest. He is a gifted player. I agree with that. I just saw in the live comments, but it just, the size of the transfer could seriously worry me. What are your thoughts, Marcus?
Oh, well, I think it's a pretty hefty price that we're going to have to pay for him. I'm just thinking, maybe is he hyped up in some people's eyes to be something that he's not? I mean, yeah, he's doing it well where he is at the minute. Could this money be spent on 2, maybe 3 other players that's for positions that we're desperately needing, like a centre back? I'd like to see a bit of competition at right back as well for Valencia. I mean, you don't want to play Fosu Mensah there at the minute. Some people see Fosu Mensah as the perfect replacement for Carrick. So I think we need competition at right back for a start. a decent centre back, because I don't see. Oh, well, I don't see one of either Smalling or Jones being there at the end of the season. If rumours are to be believed, Daley Blind is possibly on his way out as well. So yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, I was dubious about the Pogba transfer, but thankfully, like he's coming good at the minute, and I'm just hoping that he can keep that consistency up.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. We got Drawty in the live comments. This could be official, saying that Mark's actually on a 90cc scooter, only doing 36 mile an hour, and he's just stopped off for a Scotch egg. So if that's true, Drawty, then we'll take your word for it. But a lot of people saying that he's out walking Robbie. He obviously isn't. He wouldn't miss this to walk Robbie, and he is absolutely furious that he's not here. But he will be here later on, so we will get Mark Goldbridge at some point, and he is watching us. Well, he's listening to us as we speak in the car. He's not watching us because that would be illegal.
Yeah.
Rooney to China is a fantastic one to talk about, Marcus. You think?
Right. Yeah. I'll tell you what. What Mourinho said about him then. To me, it come across in the interview. He didn't seem that bothered whether he stayed or went. If we can get 30-40 million for him, I mean, to be honest, mate, I'll say yeah, take it. I mean, 300 grand a week or whatever it is, it's worth the transfer money just to get him off the wage bill.
I mean, it's the transfer fee plus £1 million a month that he earns at United that we'd be saving. But let's not forget that he's not. We do pull a lot in through revenue, through the brand Rooney, because he is quite a brand and he is loved probably elsewhere than the UK, more worldwide, because he gets a lot of stick in the UK. Some would say rightly so, others would say not. I'm a Rooney fan, as you all know, but I'm kind of on board with Marcus that if the fee's there, and it's key. I think Mourinho's comments were fantastic actually, because Mourinho, he basically said the perfect statement, which is, I'm not going to block a Wayne Rooney transfer to China if Rooney wants to go and earn that money. Who am I to stand in the way of a legend of the club who has served his time and wants to go? And a lot of people, will say, "Oh, Rooney's not a legend." In my eyes, he's an absolute legend. So, that's my opinion. That's never going to change. But will Rooney want to go? I don't think he will. I think he will stay, because I think Rooney's not an idiot, and he can see trophies in this season like we all can. And he ain't gonna want to miss that, for 6 months in China, when he can just delay it to the summer and still get the same wages. But then, others may argue. I don't know when the Chinese transfer window ends. I know it's a week. But others may argue that if he picks up the League Cup on Sunday, he might be able to just sort of clap his hands, won me trophy, and leave. But Draughty Devil, Luke Shaw or Wayne Shaw. You know what? I started reading that out and I didn't see the end of that one. He's right, done me over there. Thanks, Draughty. You throw me under the bus like Marcus did earlier. Go on, you go, mate.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I mean, what about the tactics for tonight? I mean, do you think it's basically he's just going to... I know people say you can't play for a draw, and you can't play really to not lose. But how do you think United will approach the game now? I mean, we reckon the tie's done. The damage was done in the first leg. So I mean, do you think they'll go out there and get an away goal just to make sure, or do you think they'll just sit back and just play the game out?
Do you know what? It's a great comment, and you're trying to get into kind of Mourinho's head with that. I know what I'd do, especially with the team he's picked. I'd go hell for leather in the first 10 minutes, get the away goal, and then just basically forget about the tie, because as soon as you get an away goal, the tie is over. There's no way St Etienne are scoring 5 passes, no matter how poor Smalling is today. But you could counteract that and go completely 360 on it and go, if we soak up some pressure and keep it 0-0 going into half time, you could say the tie's over by then anyway. And you could kill it off with a couple of key substitutions, which could be Zlatan off, Rashford on, and just play counter-attacking football. So, he's got basically two choices with this, and I think Mourinho, given the odds man that he is, will probably go with number 2, and we'll probably see United sitting back a bit for the first half, and it'll probably be 0-0 first half, and then second half, anything could happen, but I think we'll probably win today. What's your score predictions, Marcus? And the live comments, what's your score predictions?
Well, me personally, mate, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I can't see Mourinho wanting to set up his team and just hopefully, nick a draw and keep a clean sheet and that's it. So I would say that it's going to be a 1-1. After the first leg, I mean, St Etienne, I think they had some blistering pace, and it was only pure lack of finishing that they didn't score. So yeah, I'm going to go 1-1, seeing as it's at their gaff. So someone just said in the comments, "Is that my mum in the background?" No, it's not. It's my daughter.
Your mum sounds young, mate.
Oh, here we go, mate. Hang on. Right, Goldie's on the phone. Hang on. Let's have a look. All right, Mark, you there? Yeah. You want to say anything?
Hi, very well.
Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I've seen the team news, I'm not happy about it. Fucking Fellaini, I shouldn't swear, Fellaini started again, right? He played 2 games ago, and he got took off at half time because he was rubbish, right? Schweinsteiger has played no games in the last 4 games, but was man of the match and has not had a minute since. I don't know what that's all about, but what's the rest of the team news? I don't think I've seen it.
Right, Ross, what was the team news again?
We have De Gea in goal. We've got Ashley Young at right back, which is another fantastic one, Mark.
Right, Ashley Young at right back.
Yeah.
Smalling, Bailey and Lingard. Smalling, Bailey and Blind.
Smalling, Bailey and Blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fellaini, Carrick, Pogba.
Fellaini, Carrick, Pogba.
Zlatan, Mickey and Mata.
Zlatan, Mickey and Mata.
Zlatan, Mickey and Mata. I mean, my first thoughts on that are that I don't understand why we're playing such a strong team again. We're going to win this game. It's a strong team. We'll win it. I'm glad that we're going to progress in the Europa League, of course. Something with the gears to get, and I'm just annoyed somebody behind me. I just don't understand why we're picking such a strong team when it's so abundantly clear that he needs to utilise the squad. And he's not using the squad. He just, the last 3 games have had an opportunity to use people like Ozil, Schweinsteiger, Luke Shaw, and he's just totally ignored it, and he's decided to keep using people like Zlatan and Pogba and Mkhitaryan. I don't understand why he's doing it, because if I said this to Ross the other day, if we pick up an injury tonight to Zlatan or Pogba, he's only got himself to blame. And I'm not annoyed, because we will win this game comfortably, but I just think it's a bit silly really to be taking such risks in a game where they're 3-0 up. And I'm a firm believer that these sort of games, what if we pick up a couple of injuries? He's not been using the likes of Schweinsteiger, Luke Shaw, Manda enough. They're not match ready because he won't give them any minutes. I don't know what you think about that.
I'm not being horrible, mate, but people in the comments are saying to cut you off because it's hurting their ears.
I'll get off. I just wanted to check in. I've been watching a little bit.
Yeah.
But be careful because I'm driving. But if I'm hurting your ears, it's because you've got me on too loud on your mobile phone, though. Let's be honest. Say stick to the producer there.
Right, hang on then. Let me turn it down. Right, keep going then.
I don't know what people in the live comments are saying about what I've said about the team, but I do just have concerns long term about the fact that we are not using the squad enough. Like I said, there's more than Schweinsteiger, but if you use Schweinsteiger as the example, he is the one player that has, played 3 or 4 weeks ago now, was man of the match, scored a goal, created a goal, got some valuable minutes in the first team, and he's not played since. That's bad management from Milan, because you are not keeping the squad match ready. Luke Shaw, he played a few minutes against Wigan, not played since. So same with David Menza. That's 3 players who are not match ready because they've not been given at least half an hour. They could have had all those players should have had at least 90 minutes of football over the last 3 weeks, combining up to 10 minutes here, half an hour there. He's not using it, and I just don't understand that. I don't know what people at home think, I don't know what you think, but I think it's a dangerous game to not use the squad when we've got so many games to play.
Yeah, good points, Mike. People in the comments are saying, yeah.
But I think we will win the game comfortably. I've got no concerns about that. I mean, we're 3-0 up. We will win the game comfortably. Is the interest there to watch a game and just what? I don't know. I just don't know what this is Mourinho. He does like. I mean, Alex said this many months ago that once he settles on a team, he wants to keep picking the same team. But we'll burn out. There's too much football for us to play. We will burn out. I keep saying this. Look at the fixture list in April and May. We'll be playing games every 2 or 3 days. We can't keep picking the same team. He's got to use the squad. And what concerns me, and I know you love Delaney, is that the game before last, he was taken off at half time because he's crap. And he's starting again. I don't understand it. I don't understand why he's starting him again when he's crap. And he was crap the last game he played. He had to take him off at half time. But he starts him again. It's just stubbornness. It really is. But I love Mourinho. He's the right man. But he has some very odd intricacies that I just don't understand. But we're just going to have to get used to them, I think.
Okay, alright. Anything else you need to say?
They're trying to get rid of me.
Yeah.
I'm still forever because I've never seen the traffic like this. I apologise to everybody because I should have been back before the start of this. I'm actually up in London to do the bloody thing. But staying in France doesn't help. So I've never seen this road as gnarled as it is, and I'm not even on the M6 yet. So I'm hoping I'll get back by half time. That's probably pushing it a little bit, but I should be on at some point in the second half. I'll start in, but I am listening to it on the radio, and I think I've listened to Ross and Marcus. They're doing a fantastic job. Thanks to everybody who's getting involved in the live comments and supporting the channel. It's not just about me presenting; it can be done by others. I think they're doing a great job. So get commenting and get involved, and I'll leave you with these lads, and I will be there at some point. Don't worry, my foot is down as soon as it can put it down.
Alright, mate. Drive safe, alright?
Yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit, pal. See you, Rob. See you,
Cheers, mate.
He said bye.
Bye.
See ya. Right. That didn't sound too good, did it?
No, do you know what? That actually weren't too bad. You just need to, if he calls back again, you need to keep the phone further away from the laptop. So we're getting like like you get a phone interference beeping noise. We're getting a bit of that, but that was great points by Mark. It's good to to hear him.
Right, everyone got the apology, and everyone knows that he's running late. But better than nothing. So, right, okay, let's have a look. Comments, Ross. Did you spot anything?
No, Draughty Devil's been spamming the comments again. And it's good to see, that a lot of people in the comments thinking Mark's out walking his dog. At least you know now that he actually isn't. So it'd be good. But we've only got 15 minutes till kick-off, which I'm actually looking forward to. There's been a few comments about how boring Michael Owen is, and I'd totally agree with that. To be honest, he points the hell out of me. But
okay.
what are your thoughts, Marcus? What do you reckon the first 10 minutes is going to pan out like?
I think the first 10 minutes for United is going to be a cagey 10 minutes. I think they'll probably sit back, see what Etienne's got what they can do, what they've got in their locker, psych it up for the first 10-15 minutes, and then they'll probably start to play. That's what I can see happening. I don't know. I think it's going to be an open game because obviously they've got to come at us and go for it if they want to progress. So obviously United's going to play on the counter attack, and hopefully with Mkhitaryan there, he can thread one of those passes that he did with against Blackburn at the weekend.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I totally agree. It is going to be. It's going to be. Do you know what? We've totally missed the point here. We have got. I haven't seen the St Etienne team lineup as of yet, but I'm going to take it that we're seeing Pogba versus Pogba again tonight. If anyone on the live comments can let me know if actually Pogba's starting, I'm just taking a little look now, but I'm assuming he is. And you know what? That's been another great. There was a little bit of a love fest at Old Trafford, but I think now the pressure's off, the tie a little bit. We'll see a little bit more of a Pogba love fest, to be honest.
Do you know what? I was quite surprised how well them two played actually in front of the mother in the stands and the sister, I think it was. Because if that was me, I would have been quite off-putting by that, because you try harder to impress, and then mistakes start to creep in, and before you know it, like you're messed up for a goal. But fair play to them. They both played really well, and I was actually quite sad to see the brother go off, actually.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, Weather Geek Al's just confirmed, along with a lot of other people, that he is starting. So that'd be good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? As Mark's not here, I think we should discuss. I think we should discuss the pros of playing Fellaini in this team, just to be slightly controversial and slightly left wing of what would normally happen. I mean, have you got any positives about Fellaini playing today, Marcus?
I've always got a positive about that guy. He's a
love him, right?
He? Oh no, I'm not a lover of him. I support him. I support the team. I'm not an individual player person, but I think he has his uses. He's not a first team player. We all know that. I mean, some people don't even want him at the club, which is understandable, because when you see what he does, especially when he gets hauled off at half time, when he plays absolutely god awful, it is hard to muster what he can do. But as a last 10-15 minute guy, chuck him on, and up there with Zlatan, both of them over 6'2". Then you got Pogba again over 6 foot. Bailey and Smalling, if they play. I mean, Luke Shaw apparently as well is over 6 foot. That's quite a decent amount of height for a set, dead ball situation. And I do think, that he does have a use. George Kyle reckons we're brothers. I can assure you, mate, we're not. But yeah, I mean, I think he's got a use, mate. I really do. And sometimes I think it's unfair what people say about him, because all they pick up on are the bad bits.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Chris Gudru, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, I'm dreadful with names, has said, how are there pros to playing a slow, lumbering, short passing, playing mistake? Which I know a lot would agree with, and you know what, I'm about 50-50 with that. New Camp 1999 says one of the pros is that wig sales go up. They only do when Mark's about, because I know Mr. Goldbridge does have a Fellaini wig, and we did see it the other week actually, which was good to see. Spurs playing tonight? I don't think they are. I think so. The reason United are playing tonight, which is a Wednesday, is due to correct me if I'm wrong, live comments, and Marcus if you know, but I think more than one team plays in St Etienne's ground, and I think it might be being used tomorrow, so they have to move the fixture back. No other reason than that, but to be honest, it helps Manchester United because it gives us an extra day's rest coming into the Cup final on Sunday, which is a huge game, and we will have Mark back for the watch-along for that on Sunday, but I'll be about before the game, and Marcus, you've been getting involved in the watch-alongs mid-game, have you not?
Yeah, I don't see why. There's nothing special about me, But
the live comments absolutely love you, so
I know.
I think that's probably why.
Well, cheers for the compliment, mate. But yeah, I mean, how long we got there? We've got 10 minutes till kick-off. So, score prediction then, Ross. What did you say?
I didn't actually give one. I was dodging it, to be honest.
Right.
But it's always tough doing a score prediction after someone else, because I keep getting 1-1 in my head, and I don't know if that's because it's you saying it first or if it's because I genuinely think that. But Bellew Turunen says Man United 2-0, and I'm probably going to go along with something like that. Yeah. Do you know what? If I was a betting man, which I am, but I'm not actually putting a bet on tonight because I'm doing this, so I haven't got the time, but Pogba goal, why not? Against his brother. He didn't get one obviously last week. He hit the bar. which he should have been scoring at. But I think we might see Pogbanger tonight, which would be fantastic. I mean, your score predictions was 1-1, Marcus. Who do you think will be the United goal scorer?
Oh, mate, it's my main man for lady, isn't it? Without a doubt. I'll chuck a fiver on that.
Maro and Fellaini. 2-0 to the opposition, Indy Tagger says. I mean, I don't know if he's a United fan or if he's one of our spammers, but that's a
he's always
far
here.
out comment, that.
Let's have a look. Their crowd is awesome from Anthony. Tyrone, I'm rehearsing for a play, so I'll be listening to the game on here. Well done. Emmanuel Geshen, where is Mark? Do you want to take that one, Ross?
Yeah. If you believe the rumours, Mark is actually auditioning to be the new Sutton United reserve goalkeeper. No, that's an absolute joke. He's unfortunately stuck in traffic. We did have him on the phone about 10 minutes ago, and he's absolutely gutted to not, the fact that he couldn't be here. But you know what? It would have been easy for Mark to just, pull the plug on tonight. But he was determined to give you guys content because the channel is about yourself. So we've pulled this together very quickly. Got me and Marcus were the only guys available, but we're trying our best for you guys. But keep going in the live comments, because to be honest, regardless of what me and Marcus are saying, I'm just enjoying reading all your comments, even if it is Dr. Andrew Johnson vote Donald Trump, which I think slightly irrelevant now given the fact that he is actually president. But again, if that's your thoughts, say it, because that's what it's all about. You can say your thoughts. But we are only we're 6 minutes away now, and I have got one eye on BT Sport, but sort of trying to keep one eye off it as well, because I keep seeing Michael Owen on the screen and it is infuriating. But I can't wait for the start of this, to be honest. It's good to be I saw Draughty Devil with a great Twitter comment earlier today, saying Man U are back in the promised stop saying Man U, it's terrible. Manchester United are back in the promised land, playing on a Wednesday night, which is where we should be. Wednesday night football, it's fantastic to see. Unfortunately, it's the wrong competition though.
It's been too long, isn't it, not playing on a Wednesday night?
Yeah, but hopefully it won't hopefully it won't continue past this season. I think Champions League football is coming back. Lynn Hall saying about Fosu Mensah must push to go on loan to a Premier League club next season. He's lost a whole season with zero progress. What a waste. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Marcus?
Yeah, that's spot on.
Absolutely spot on. I think Mark would agree with that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sick of seeing such a talent, and I'm sick of saying to people, and and almost saying it to myself, that he is such a talent, but I haven't really seen a lot of him. And I want to almost brag about his talent, because when you speak to a fan who's not a Manchester that we had a lad called Fosu Mensah who's fantastic, they don't believe you. They just think you're a deluded United fan, that they're head in the clouds. But until we start seeing this guy, we can actually prove the doubters wrong. But I agree, Lynn. It'd be good to see him out on loan, because I've seen Tom Cleverley go out on loan for Manchester United and do very well. I've seen the same with Danny Welbeck. So if they can perform on loan in the Premier League, then just to divert, Marcus, I've seen a great comment from Indy Tagger. Ross, who would you sell in the summer?
Oh.
I don't know if he wants to name one player or the seven that sort of is being bandied about, but if I was to sell one player out of a whole team this summer, I would have to go with Wayne Rooney. And that's a big statement given how much I love the guy, but it'd just be nice to see the end of the Rooney saga. What are your thoughts, Marcus?
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Rooney. He would be the first one out the door for me, purely because we could put those wages to better use, much better use. And like I said earlier, if we can get 30-40 million for him, it's a bargain, and you bite the hand off and take the money and run. Other people to go out the door, Ashley Young for me would be one. Michael Carrick, I can't see him being there. Phil Jones or Smalling, one of them's got to go. Who else is there? Schweinsteiger. No. I think he'd be a certainty to go, because Mourinho don't play him.
No.
And I think the way it's going, we could even see Luke Shaw go.
Yeah,
if he don't get a run of games, Ross, I mean, what's the point? If he doesn't get a run of games and be consistent between now and the end of the season, he's got no chance for next season.
Yeah, I think that would upset a lot of United fans as well. I think that would probably be, the most controversial decision that Mourinho's made. But do you know what? As us fans, we do get over these decisions quite quickly. I know it sounds fickle, but I remember seeing a lot of people disappointed when Schneiderlin left. Because he was quite liked among sort of the Old Trafford faithful and fans around the world. But just shows how quickly you can get over that. Because about a week after he left, doesn't even know who Morgan Schneiderlin was anymore. To be honest, and that's the fickle nature of football. Unfortunately, there's some great pictures, Marcus, on BT Sport of the fans inside the ground at St Etienne, and they are fantastic fans, home fans, and I think that gets lost a little bit if you go around Europe. Some of the sort of the lesser teams that are not the big two, tend to not get such a huge backing. So it's great to see that from the French league and St Etienne today. It's also just to quickly say to everyone in the live comments and everyone watching that it's going to be quite unique because we're not on visual obviously today, and we won't have the live the time clock for the game, unfortunately, because again we didn't have time to set all that up. But we will let you know when the kickoff happens from our end. But me and Marcus are both watching via the BT Sport app, so I think we're on a slight delay to maybe what you guys might be watching. So you probably will be getting, if you're watching it live on BT Sport through the TV, you probably will be getting the news slightly quicker than us. So feel free to in live comments to tell us what's going on before we see it, but please make it actually what's happening, because I know a lot of people like to just say goal when there's not a goal, and that can be infuriating.
I'd actually prefer reading the comments. I know Mark does the he watches it and commentates on it and everything, but I enjoy like the interaction and the banter in the comments between the goals and no, it's not a goal, and
Mark won't like me saying it, but sometimes I do actually. I've actually watched sort of United stand sort of call Goldbridge or whatever show's on at the time, and sat there with the sound off because my girlfriend's like asleep or something at the time, and just watch the live comments because they can be absolutely fantastic at times.
I think you're in the bad books tonight, mate.
I'm in the bad books, especially with all these rumours, and apparently. According to Draughty Devil, Mark's just got off at the wrong exit on the roundabout, and he's heading back to Middlesbrough. Again, I'm going to take it as unofficial because I don't think that is the case. But believe what you will. Some people have said that he's getting a Fellaini tattoo done, hence why he couldn't be here. So we'll see when he does eventually make an appearance. Luca, when is Mark coming? He is coming as soon as he can. He is on the way, currently stuck in traffic. Said that he was on the M6, I believe, from Manchester back to where he lives. I'm not going to say where, you probably know, but yeah.
Right. Whereabouts are you on your screen, Ross?
I am just watching the St Etienne players take a picture. Is that where you are?
No, I'm at they're doing the coin toss now.
Ah, see, I'm behind you, mate.
Right, okay.
Quite a bit behind, actually. I wonder if I can speed that up. We'll see. I'll try and get it on a few devices. I've got my phone here. I can try and get it on that. But, long story short is, for everyone in the live comments that likes to know, I'm too tight to pay for BT Sport. But luckily, my father has it. Yeah. So I just have his login details, and I just log on via the app on my laptop or phone to watch it. To be honest, because you can watch it in two locations, so that's where I am with that. They started kickoff. I haven't seen that yet, so I'm a little bit behind. But
it's interesting that Bay's playing, being on a yellow card as well.
I'd agree with that actually. But then, I'd agree with that. But he's fantastic, isn't he, Marcus? I mean,
he is.
I haven't seen a better centre back at United since the classic two of Vida and Ferdinand.
Yeah, I mean, again, when he was signed, to me he was a bit of an unknown. We could have gone out and got one of the big boys really.
Yeah.
But I mean, this guy, he's turned out to be an absolute monster of a defender. And to me, he's always first to the ball as well. He's never letting the ball bounce and trying to get it away after. He's always up there in the faces of the attackers and does his job really well. Well worth the money.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. And I'm the same as you, Marcus. You know what? I play so much Football Manager that I tend to have heard of most players around Europe. But I'd never heard of Bailly before he signed for United, which shocked me, but that's fantastic.
Good shot there from Etienne. Romero down, saving it. Shot come cross, I think it was.
Yeah. I've just seen that. It's nervy start from United, but we got the Romero in goal, so no fears there. Joke.
After what he did against Blackburn, mate, I don't trust him at all.
No, I'd agree with that. I think Mark said it to me, which reminded me that I think it was after the Swansea game when De Gea was out. He was awful that game.
Lynn Hall's asking a question, Ross. Is this a silly question? Where's Mark?
Where's Mark?
So go on,
Where is? Sorry.
Go on, let him know.
No. Mark Goldbridge, unfortunately, is. You know what? I was trying to think of something funny to say there, but he's genuinely just driving home. I think he got caught in a bit of traffic, and he'll be on as soon as he can.
Right, you know what? United haven't settled into the game. I mean, I know it's only 2 minutes in, but looking very nervous. Not got the passing game going yet. But again, I mean, it's typical of United's first half, isn't it, this season?
Yeah, it's tough to get the passing game going though when you have Marouane Fellaini in midfield. I mean, he's just he's done well intercepting it there, but it's hard to get when you look up when you're in midfield and you look up for a player to receive the ball and you see Fellaini. You're always going to hesitate slightly because you know that if you pass it to him, you're probably either going to get the ball back straight away because he's a sideways passer, or we're going to lose it. So it's and I don't want to come across too negative on that because he does have other qualities, as Marcus said earlier, but playing in midfield as a ball player is definitely not one of them.
So I mean, who's playing the number 10 role here? Looks like Pogba to me.
Yeah, I did think that actually. It does look like Paul Pogba. Maybe because he wants to get a goal.
Yeah,
it's the perfect game for Pogba to get a Pog banger. I'd love to see a Pog banger in this game.
Oh, great pass from David Blinn there down the line. Zlatan's got it, holding it up straight to Pogba. That's it. Oh look, Bailey straight in, wins it back.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. It's slightly frustrating, Marcus, because I am I'm quite a bit behind you, so I'm going to have to. I mean, I've just seen what you've seen, but yeah, no, Bailey win it back, absolutely fantastic.
I'll tell you what. Then, if you'll be behind me, you do some commentating, right?
Yeah.
While I have a couple sips of my coffee.
Okay, mate. Yeah, well, to be honest, it's a nervy start. I mean, we're just seeing a lot of ball play from St Etienne at the minute, with United looking to counter, which is fine. Look, let's not forget, we're all expecting United to go out there and absolutely trounce them, but it's a second leg. We've got a cup final on Sunday. We're already 3-0 up in the tie. No need to risk it here. I think that Mourinho will play the game of going at half time at 0-0, and it's almost job done. They're not going to get 4 goals in the second half. We're not unaimed at Arsenal, so I can't really see that happening, to be honest. But yeah, it's just there's not really a lot happened so far in the game, so I'll have a little look at the live comments, and we're still getting DG Humiliator. Where's Mark Goldbridge? Unfortunately, he is driving home from. I think he was at work, but he's been caught in a bit of traffic. So unfortunately, he will make the Watchalong. He's hoping to get here just before half time, but it just depends on traffic. But He did call in earlier, sort of via a phone call via Marcus, and he will try and calling again slightly a bit later on, I suppose.
Have a look. Dreadful pass by Mkhitaryan from Tony Cool Guy. Zlatan the Goat says Carrick with the speed, I think that's it. Lol Cats, bad start. Johnny Blaze, Romero. Yeah.
Romero.
Oh look, it's a good question. Look, Tommy Harold. Who's captain when Rooney leaves?
That is a very good question, because given on current sort of hierarchy, you'd say Chris Smalling, but please no, I really don't want Chris Smalling as our captain. You know what? I'll probably give it to Paul Pogba, to be honest. I know he's young and he's a new signing, but I just think, you know, as a captain, as a leader of this team going forward, I think I'd give it to Paul Pogba. I don't know if that's me being I am a little bit of a Pogba fanboy, but you know, what's the live comments? Someone said Ibra. I don't know if that's for Rachel, for captain. I don't really agree with that, 'cause he's not going to be here long enough. But you know, who would Herrera from Lionel Vegas, which is great shout. Didn't think of him. It's kind of that midfield area, isn't it, Marcus? Herrera, Pogba.
See, that's who I would have gone with. Herrera. He seems to get Manchester United. You know, he knows what the club's all about, and he's dedicated to the cause. Like, he's not here for the money. He's here for the club.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a great story of Herrera as well, given the lack of football and the patience he's been with to all of a sudden new manager coming in and being, you know, the number one man for United at the minute. You know, almost undroppable. So no, I'd agree with that. I think that's a good shout, and one that I didn't really think of, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bailey captain.
Oh, that's. Do you know what? We've seen Rio and Vidic captain and ever, haven't we? I mean, why not?
Do a Twitter poll from where's Mark Goldbridge. None of the possible answers should be the truth. Only do you know what? I did think of that, and I was going to start the hashtag of where's Mark Goldbridge. So you're more than welcome to join in with that and give me us selections. I will have a look. But again, the truth is that he is driving back, and he will be here shortly. But then someone said that he's gone for a course to make chocolate teapots. So we'll see.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. Andre Augusta says Herrera, good choice. McCarthy, De Gea for captain. What do you think of that one, Ross?
If he stays, I couldn't agree more. Actually, I think it'd be, you know, you almost, the reason why I went with Pogba is just based on, you know, you've got to kind of look at that. You've got to be a leader on the pitch. You've got to be a leader behind the scenes. And I think De Gea is that, to be honest, because you see on like Instagram and Twitter that there's always a Spanish contingency with United, and it's almost as if like De Gea and Mata have brought Bailly into that, given he speaks Spanish. And I think that's invaluable to have players like that will welcome, because De Gea, Herrera and Mata always had quite a tight-knit group, and the fact that a new signing comes in and they were open armed, bring someone into that group, I think is fantastic. So I'd be on with that. But if De Gea's made captain, he would have to sign a contract saying he can never play for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Seen a goal kick here to St Etienne. Nothing really happening at the minute, Ross.
No, nothing of any note, to be honest. It's been what we thought, you know, would be, which is you know, a slow start to the game.
Foul there by Bay. There's nothing in that. He just stumbled.
Got to make myself a cup of tea in a minute. My throat is absolutely killing me.
You can't do it now if you want.
I will. I'm mobile, so I'll just.
Oh, right. Yeah, go on.
Bay getting his body on the line there.
Yeah.
It's stuck in.
Joe, this is a. What do you think about the Jose going down the tunnel before the half's ended? It's looking to be like a bit of a occurring theme now, doesn't it?
He only does it when we're playing badly. And do you know what? You know, for a little bit of a you know, a signal to the players. You know, they obviously know that when the full-time whistle goes and they look over and see that Mourinho's not there, they're in for a bit of a dribbing, to be honest. So Yeah, I'd agree with that, and I quite like the fact that he does it. Draughty Devil has tweeted. So go on Draughty Devil on Twitter. He's tweeted a poll out, which is "Where's Mark Goldbridge?" hashtag. To get involved in that, we've got 4 suggestions. One is he's at a strip club. Number 2 is he's actually at Nottingham Forest ground, which I know is going to go down a treat. The third one is he's on a plane to China, maybe to discuss a Fellaini, potential deal to China. Number 4 is getting a Fellaini tattoo. So I'm going with the Fellaini tattoo because I like to think that Draughty stole that one off me. and I voted. To get your votes in, guys, hashtag Where's Mark Goldbridge on Draughty Devil's Twitter. Again, nothing of any note to this game though. We are doing a watchalong. I keep forgetting because the live goal, the live comments is so fantastic. You almost lose sight of it as a game on, to be honest. And this is a bit of an, I don't want to say a nothing game because some players want to get into the team for the cup final, but it's not really a lot to play for tonight. Do you agree?
That's it, mate. Isn't it? I mean, how do you motivate a team that's already 3-0 up? It's a tough one because
it's a great comment that because do you know how you motivate a team that's 3-0 up and playing a nothing game is you play players that are never going to be in the starting lineup for Sunday and say this is your chance to prove to me why you should play on Sunday, and that would include like you said before, that includes Schweinsteiger, that includes Jesse Lingard, that includes Fosu Mensah, that includes Luke Shaw. That's how you, and he hasn't opted with that. It frustrates me, it frustrates you guys at home, and it frustrates Mark Goldbridge. But it's happened. So did Liverpool kidnap Mark? Says Jeff Ferrati. They probably have because Liverpool fan channels, in my opinion, are awful. So they probably kidnapped Mark because they want him to head up a Liverpool fan channel, which I know he'd never do. But read my comments, as Naddy Maddy. I've just read it, mate. Yeah. There you go.
Johnny Blaze 23. Why did Zlatan duck? Your guess is as good as ours, mate.
No, me too, mate. He likes to. He doesn't like to head the ball, Zlatan. Actually, he's all leggy, isn't he?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I must say it, mate. Fellaini's been okay so far.
Yeah, it's proving Mark Goldbridge wrong. Maybe that tattoo of his is good luck.
Yeah.
Ashley Young with a cross. Oh, he ducked. I'm so far behind you guys. I've only just seen that. That's Zlatan ducking, by the way. I've just seen that. So, Ashley Young putting in a good cross again. Do you know what? Ashley Young gets a lot of stick, rightly so, I believe. Not because of how he plays, but because of his role in the squad. Sorry, I've just seen it. Adrian Smith, Goldbridge kidnapped by Ross and Marcus for airtime. Like that. I like that. Because yeah, that's definitely what we wanted to do. No, to be honest, we me and Marcus, we're fans of the United stand as much as you are, and so is Mark Goldbridge, to be honest. So I'd like to see Goldbridge on here as much as you guys, but unfortunately, you're stuck with me and Marcus. We are trying our best. Drop the video a like, guys. We always do try and get to 1,000 likes. We're at 470, and I haven't seen the old subscribe count go up in a while, so it'd be good if we get some subscribers because I want 69,000 subscribers by the end of tonight before Mark comes on, please.
Yes, we've got our own personal goals that we want to achieve.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slow game here, Ross, isn't it? Nothing really to get excited about at the minute. I mean, it's still 0-0.
Yeah, still 0-0. Yeah, still 0-0.
Nearly at the 15-minute mark now, so no major talking points at the minute. I hate games like this, though. I really do.
I do. You know what? It's like what I find this year watching Manchester United under Mourinho is that there's not a dull game watching Manchester United, but this will have to go down as the dull game because even when it's 0-0 against, say, a Watford or Stoke in the Premier League, there's 3 points at stake, so it always makes it interesting. You can't take your eyes off it, regardless of how we're playing. But just, do you know what? Just say, for instance, the shock happened and Etienne scored 4 goals. Would it be devastating? Would we? Obviously we want to win the Europa League, but going out of it's not the end of the world, because it means we can concentrate on
1-0.
Top four. Who to, mate?
It's 1-0. United. Mkhitaryan.
Oh, brilliant! I'm just going to see that. Do you want to? Have you seen the goal?
No, I'm just reading the comments.
All right. Well, I'll get the goal in a minute, so I'll talk you through it as it happens. I'm assuming it's happening now. So I've just seen a long ball to Fellaini, little knock on from Fellaini, pass back. I'm absolutely miles behind this. Unless I haven't, unless they're lying in the live comments, I'm miles behind.
No, there's a lot of people saying it. I think I'm getting it now.
You getting it?
I'm getting it now, yeah. I'm on 15:30 at the minute.
I'm on 15:20. So shout out to whoever broke that first, anyway.
Right, Matt has got it.
Oh, beautiful bit of football there.
Yeah. Back to Pogba. Out to the left to Blind. Matter again. What? Oh, yes. Horny football. That's what that is.
That is, I'm just seeing it. I've got Mata, lovely crossing, Mkhitaryan, little knock on, absolutely brilliant. And that's the away goal.
That's it. Game's finished. Dead.
Game over.
What should we do now?
No, it's not really, guys. Don't turn on. We're only joking. That's what we all wanted to see, isn't it, Marcus?
That's it. I mean, as a contest, we thought it was over after the first game, but I mean that goal there is just cemented it now. So well, I'm going off to have my dinner.
Only it was that easy.
So that was a nice bit of play though through the midfield. Everyone getting involved. A lot of one-touch passing in there from Pogba and Mata to start it all off.
Yeah,
fantastic.
There was a great comment from. I've missed the comment, but basically, Dan Miola again saying. Horny football reminds me of the Van Gaal days, which is a great comment. That horny football.
Yeah, people saying we're way behind. Yeah, we can't help that. Yeah. So this is where you guys in the comments are going to play a massive part.
Or if you have got stop start TV, or which you would do if you watch it on BC Sport. There is a pause button. Just pause it to if you want to sink in with what we're doing now. I mean, I can confirm that if me and Marcus are on about 17 and a half minutes basically. So if you want to sink in with us, just sink in. Pause it for like a minute, or some people like being ahead and being the first to know. So you can be our informants on the day. We are watching the game, but we are just slightly behind.
Jack McGee, how are you two watching it? I'm watching it through the BT Sport app. What about you, Ross?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Again, I repeat what I said earlier. I am too tight to pay for BT Sport when my dad already pays a subscription for it. So I just sign in to his, because you can watch it at home and you can watch it on one device at the same time. So I stream it via my tablet at home or my phone or my laptop. I'm currently on my laptop watching it, but the unfortunate thing is when you stream it, you get delayed by a couple of minutes. But I don't really fancy paying. I would pay for a BT Sport subscription if my dad didn't have it, but it's stupid. Sort of two people in the family, paying two different subscriptions. It seems silly. So that's why we're slightly behind. And apologies for that. Hope it doesn't ruin the watch-along experience for you. I'm sure it won't, because it is all about you guys, and it's this watch-along is all about your live comments and your banter between each other. So I don't think it'll make a difference at all.
No.
What radio it is on? I don't know what radio station.
I don't know. I would say 5 Live, if any.
But you don't need 5 Live, guys. You've got us. I know we are trying to commentate on the game, but there's not a lot happening apart from we had a great goal, horny football as Marcus said, but apart from that, it is what we expected.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Apparently, Ross, we've gone over the 69,000 mark now.
Really? Let me have a look at that.
Yeah, 69,033. So Thank you lot for subscribing.
Fantastic.
Yep. That's one
That
goal
is
achieved.
Fucking news. Yeah, good news. Mark will be pleased with that. Now what we want to do, and this is majorly ambitious, but now what we want to do is push past 69,000 so Mark never gets to revel in the joy of being at 69,000. And that's probably never going to happen unless we get 1,000 subscribers within the next sort of 30 minutes, but it could happen. Me and Marcus are trying our best, and I hope you're enjoying what we're trying to bring to you at the minute. But but thanks for 69,000. It's brilliant. It's your channel. It's not my channel. It's not Mark's channel. It's we're filling in because Mark couldn't do it, but anyone could have been here. We were just the two people that happened to not be at work at the time.
Well, there are people, Ross, saying that me and you to take over Mark's job. What do you think?
I did, what? I did think that. I thought that, well, once we take the reign today, that we'll probably never give it back. And if you believe what the comment was earlier, that we have indeed kidnapped Mark Goldbridge, then you may never see him again, but we will do. Like I say, we'll see him today. He is on his way. He is on his way back from his Marouane Fellaini tattoo. So, yeah.
Right, good comment here from Matthew Dean. What are your thoughts of Pogba and Zlatan playing tonight?
What? Just well, Zlatan. It's a really tough one. Would I have played them? Probably not. But I can see why they're being played, and I think it's due to match rhythm and momentum. And I really do believe, I said it earlier, right at the start, that Southampton have got 2 weeks off before Sunday's game, and I think that can be quite detrimental because I think you can lose match rhythm. I know you'll be refreshed. It's like playing the first game of the season again, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think United could benefit from a little bit of rhythm and rest. And this is quite a long rest. It's probably the longest rest we've had in a long time. So, given the fitness of our players, they should be completely fresh for Sunday.
I hope so, because I hope they go into the game with an attacking mentality, not to just sit there and say at Southampton, right, well come on, let's see what you've got, and we'll take you there. I hope they go in there, set the tempo, set the pace, pace of the game, get the passing game going, and create the chances. That piece of play for the goal that we scored tonight was absolutely fantastic.
We haven't.
Hopefully, it's the same on Sunday.
That was a fantastic save from the St Etienne keeper there. Absolutely fantastic. Matter down the left-hand side, putting in a cross, and Zlatan, was just there, and that's where we want to see Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the box when these crosses come in. So, it wasn't. Yeah, it's good to see that, and we haven't really talked a lot about Mkhitaryan at all, really, have we, Marcus? To be honest, because he's not a talking point anymore. He's just absolutely fantastic, and it's kind of end off, right? But what a goal again!
Yeah, Mkhitaryan, he scored the goal, but I've not seen anything from him. So at least the vocal point's not on him now. Now he's in the team playing, but everyone's not saying, "Oh, where's Mickey? Where's Mickey? What's going on?"
I can't see a goal here. He's offside.
No,
I'd agree with that. I genuinely, I'm a firm believer, and I believed this in the summer, but I will admit that I did start to doubt my own thought. But I thought that Mkhitaryan would be the signing of the summer, and that weren't just for us. That's for all Premier League teams. I think he was fantastic in Germany, and he's proving that now. And his form is brilliant. He does it against the big teams. If you include Tottenham as a big team, which I do, he single-handedly took them apart with that goal. So
I think Mkhitaryan's pulled his hamstring here or something.
Oh no! Speak of the devil.
He's pulled up. That didn't.
He's lightning quick though, isn't he?
Yeah. The comments are saying he's been subbed for Rashford. That's a bold move though, going 2 up. Well, no, he'll put Rashford out on the right or left, won't he? But
that's probably the worst news we've heard this evening, because we need Mkhitaryan at the minute. He's the focal point of all our attacking, and to have him out of Sunday, if this happens, I hope it's a precaution, but
Well, this is what we were saying earlier, wasn't it? I mean, you know, playing the big boys tonight, and hopefully no injuries. But you know, that's I don't know whether he's overstretched there as he scored the goal and felt it, or if he's pulled up. It's definitely his hamstring. He's feeling the back of his leg.
Oh, that's well, it is dreadful news. It's absolutely dreadful news, and exactly what we didn't want to hear. Just going back to Geordie Devils poll, we've got 73 votes so far, and we've got 51% saying he's getting a Fellaini tattoo. 22% think he's actually at Nottingham Forest tonight.
That was me. I did that one.
16% of a strip club and 11% are saying on a plane to China. But get your thoughts in with on Geordie Devil, or just search the hashtag where's Mark Goldbridge, you know, to get involved in that. But again, genuinely, he is trying to get here. He's stuck in traffic, and he will be here at some point. But you know, me and Marcus are trying our best for you. And if you've just joined, or if you've joined in the last half hour or so, apologies that we couldn't get visuals for you today, but it was all very last minute. Mark planned to be here for the start of the show, but unfortunately, that couldn't happen. So we've just done this very last minute. Me and Marcus have just jumped on, and we can't get visuals, unfortunately, or your timer clock. But we wanted to give you some content because you get content every day at United Stand, and we didn't want to deprive you of that. So we're trying to give you something, but get involved. It's your show. Get on the comments. Let us know what you think, and your comments have been fantastic. You've certainly entertained me and Marcus for the last hour or so.
So there's a good question there from Lee Holden. Now we've got the away goal. Who would you like in the next round? Would you fancy a safe route to in the next one, or would you like one of the big boys?
That is a great question, and it's the right time to ask it because we are definitely through. So I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, live comments again, or Marcus, but yep. I believe that we cannot still draw Tottenham until the latter stages. I don't know if that includes the next round as well, but I'm pretty sure we can't draw Tottenham. But do you know what? I want to see us play a team of some significance, to be honest, just to give us something to look forward to. Like, we've already played Fenerbahce, but
for me, mate, I'd love Roma.
It'd be a fantastic tie. Yeah, do you know what? Over 2 legs is better for us as well. So, great shout. That I'd totally agree with that. What live comments as well? What are your thoughts? Who would you like to see, in the next round? I've seen Schalke from JD Official. I'd agree with that as well. I think Schalke are a fantastic team. They've lost quite a few players of their good players, like the Draxlers of the world, but fantastic team.
So far, I'm on 28 minutes, and St Etienne on the attack. Pogba's cut it out. St Etienne got it back, just knocking it about in our half so far. I mean, it's almost like, what does Jose say at half time now? Like, we got the away goal.
Yeah. Surprised he's not pulling pints at half time. A lot of live comments agreeing with your Roma shout there, Marcus. Which
that's nice. You can't rest your best player, keep him from injury. That's a good one.
Young Lunk has said that Pogba has been poor. I disagree with that. I think sometimes it's like, what do you expect from Pogba? Do we expect him to every game score Pog bangers? I keep saying it, but some games he's going to go slightly under the radar, but I wouldn't call him poor by any means. I just think he's been a little bit quiet, we'll say. What do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, I think sometimes the way he plays, like not comparing him to Darren Fletcher, but I mean Darren Fletcher used to play lazily to me. Berbatov used to play slow, but whatever he did was near enough a class act, wasn't it? But I mean Pogba, I think he's near enough the same. Whatever he does is good in terms of the way he's playing. It's like he's trying to get through 3 players there, and he still kept hold of the ball.
Yeah.
But he comes across. He gives that. He's got that swagger about him that he's playing slow and lazily, and then all of a sudden he can just split something open with a quality pass.
Yeah, I'd agree. Buck Lau, the legend. It's me, Ross Harrington, has a 90 on Twitter, and Mad Marcus are the guys that are speaking, sort of, the voices from the background. Again, Mark Goldbridge couldn't be here tonight. Well, no, he tried to get here, but he's got stuck in traffic, unfortunately. But he is coming. But we've just filled in last minute, to be honest. So we're trying our best to keep content flowing for you, and get involved in the comments. Give us something to talk about, guys. Because at the minute the game is, it's 1-0, but it's not the liveliest game, and it never was going to be.
Let's have a look. Oh, good cross the box. Oh, unlucky. Good ball across the box there. Rashford nearly on the end of it. Mata was nearly at the end of it at the back post. Just fizzes.
That's Ashley Young again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's two very, very decent crosses I've seen. Taylor Sutton, the ref is horrific. It cannot be more horrific than Premier League refs, to be honest, mate. I mean, the worst news we've heard this week is that Clattenburg is not actually going this season, which is horrendous. I just wish it'd get lost now. We don't need celebrity refs in the Premier League anymore.
Lionel Vegas, who you feel can replace De Gea if he leaves?
No one.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd agree with the voice in the background there, Marcus.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one. No, I totally agree with that. It's
that's my mother, mate. That is.
What? What?
You said no one, then, did you?
Yeah, no one.
No one. Yeah.
No one. Absolutely, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I know Draughty's on about like Donnarumma.
Yeah, no, you know what? I've seen Draughty bang on about him. He's a young 17-year-old, which is probably 18 now, isn't he? From AC Milan, I believe.
Yeah.
Cracking goalie. There's only one David De Gea for me, though.
Oh, there is, isn't it? I mean, it'll take a hell of a lot to replace him. That's some big shoes to fill, I think, now. Let's have a look. Dan, what's that, Miola? Skype her in? Nah, mate, you don't want to hear her, seriously.
Skype her in.
Try living with her, mate. Jesus.
Get on Skype Goldbridge on Monday. Brilliant.
Kwame, Marcus, that voice behind you is a legend. I won't go that far, mate. She makes a good cup of coffee, though.
Mark, how can they hear me?
Neuer will replace him, but he is that good. Matthew Pipe. Oh, Neuer, that's a good shout as well, but I don't think we get him. Oblak, Mr. Flatini, is that? Oblak to replace De Gea? Yeah? Possibly?
Yeah, I do like Oblak, but yeah, again, Ricky Clarkson saying, brother of Jeremy Clarkson. he's saying that, it could be Leno from Leverkusen. The issue is with them goalkeepers is that Leno's a great goalkeeper, so is Oblak. But, I think you've got, the top three in the world is De Gea, Neuer, and probably Courtois. I don't put Lloris. I don't put Courtois in that top three. I think every other goalie, apart from Courtois, is very close to him. There's quite a step to sort of the next calibre of goalkeeper, which is why we need to keep De Gea.
No, Avery Sharp's put a good one there. Lloris. Now, I said to Mark a couple of weeks ago, Premier League proven, he's very agile, same sort of build as De Gea, same sort of keeper as well. He's likes to command his box, and I thought he would be a good shout, and it's possible that a deal could be done there.
OL51 thinks your missus should replace De Gea, actually, which is which is a good one. Jack Butland. I've seen that twice. I think it might be from the same guy, Mike Lilly, saying Jack Butland, and it's a tough one for me. I'd love to see an English goalie, in goal for United. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic, and I think Butland is good. I just don't even think he's the best goalie in England. So for me, it's a no.
No.
I think Forrester Yeah, Forster. I think he's better
Forster,
goalie than Jack Butland, personally. You know, it's all about opinions.
A great gamer wants a shout out. There you go, mate.
I wonder if.
Oh look, Ali Ali. Sorry,
Go
mate. Sorry, Ali Ali. Why did Mickey come off? Pulled hamstring, mate.
I wonder if a Mad Marcus shout out means as much as Mark Goldbridge one to the
Of
live
course it
comment.
does. Of course it does. It probably means more.
Probably does.
It's the accent, Ross. That's what it is.
That's it.
I sound more
Shout-
Cockney than what you do.
You do. But I can be extremely Cockney at the best of times. So it's still 1-0. I'm at 50. Just coming up to 56 minutes. And Pogba River Cross. Not our Pogba, the other Pogba. No, the other Pogba's played quite well today, actually.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, very good performance.
Sign him up, I don't know. I know he plays along the back four. I don't know if some live comments can tell me where. I don't know if he's centre back or if he's a wing back, because it looked wing back territory then. But sign him up, absolutely sign him up, Jose. Let's have all the Pogbas. I know. I mean, he's got 4 brothers.
Has he?
Yeah, let's have them all.
That sounds a lot, doesn't it? Yeah.
That'd be a commentator's worst nightmare, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's not Manchester United, it'll be Manchester Pogba, isn't it?
That's it. Joel Pereira, great shout, Keelan Anderson. Joel Pereira to replace De Gea. I mean, you forget, we see De Gea and then we see Romero, and we forget that we've probably got better keepers than Romero in the reserves. And I don't want to give Romero hate, because I love the fact that he's at United. I love the fact that he's sticking about, but I don't think he's a good goalkeeper. I really don't. Left back says you what, but then other Pogba is left back from Beckford as well. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was a centre back. So you learn something every day. Thanks for the comment.
This is the great thing about the comments, mate. You always learn something new.
You do, yeah, you do. Before I started watching the live comments, I didn't know a thing about football. I'm just winging it.
Yeah, just pick up on what they say, Ross. You can't go wrong.
That's it. PS4 or Xbox One, the great gamer I am. PS4 all the way. I've actually played a few United Stand fans. Well, no, not fans, just United Stand members, I should say, on FIFA. And I got absolutely spanked twice. And I thought I was really good at FIFA because I play Ultimate Team a lot. I was devastated to get spanked. I've stopped playing people over Twitter at FIFA because I'm sick of losing. I know that you're a Call of Duty guy, aren't you, Mark?
Oh, I am, yeah, most definitely.
You PS or Xbox?
I've got them both, mate.
You got them both? I thought you were going to stump me then and say, because to proper gamers, if you say PS4 or Xbox, they say PC, and you're like, you've just killed me.
No, I've got both because I think PS4 have got some fantastic first party titles. Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, The Last of Us, Gran Turismo, Drive Club. So I prefer their first party games exclusives much better to what the Xbox is. But Xbox, a lot of my mates have got it. So and I think the chat system on the Xbox is better.
Yeah, it definitely is. It is. I'd agree with that. So we're still at 1-0, guys.
Yeah. 38 minutes, Ross.
Yeah, 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Apologies again that we can't have the score. But again, this is last minute put together. Mark couldn't be here, but he's going to try and get here just before half time. So we couldn't get the timer or the scores up for you, but we'll keep updating you. And if me or Marcus haven't updated you in a while, just shout it out and we'll tell you the comment.
Yeah,
Tell you this score.
Good question here from Jake Fusion. Would you sub off Bailey at half time to keep him safe for the next round? He's making some sloppy fouls.
You know what? Well, no, I don't know how the Europa League works, but I believe it works that Bailey will still be on a booking for the next round anyway. And I think with games like this, you're better off taking the booking in the earlier rounds than carry it through to a semi-final.
Yeah.
Because if you get booked in the semi-final, then all of a sudden you find yourself missing a final, and that could be detrimental. So I kind of find that you're better off just sort of getting rid of it, to be honest, and getting booked. And we know that Bailly misses the first game of the next round, and then it's done with, and then he's back to a clean slate. What do you think, Marcus?
Yes, that's. Do you know what? I never really look at it that way. Going by what happened to Herrera in the last game, I thought, we're in trouble now. But yeah, that's a good way to look at it, actually.
Apparently, I just saw a comment on Twitter. Tiki Taka Mickey Mata, which is just $5 goal, which is hang on, Mata is awesome from the left. So Mata I've seen a lot of Mata on the left. So are we just assuming he's not playing down the left, though? I think he's just, what I love about Juan Mata playing on the right hand side for United is that he doesn't play there, which gives Valencia freedom. I think you find, I know Valencia's not playing today obviously, but I think you find that when we play a conventional right winger, Valencia doesn't get forward enough, and our play can become quite predictable. But Mata seems to just decide not to play at the right wing, overloads the left-hand side for us, and allows for goals like we just scored there, where Mata's left winger. And I love the balance in the team when we have Mata on the pitch, and that's one reason again why I'd keep him for a conventional right winger, because if Mata's not playing, then Valencia doesn't get forward as much, and then the team just feels a little bit out of balance. I mean, that's just my thoughts on that. I don't know.
Do you think Mata could make the position out in the wing his own? I mean, he's not got the pace of a winger, has he?
Yeah, well, JD officials just said Mata's playing everywhere, and that's what he does. And I think he can make. What he has done, and I commend any player in a team to do this. He's made his own position, which is I play wherever I want. I'm not going to be on the right hand side. We'll let Valencia do that. But what Mata does do, and I'll give him his credit, and I'll give Mourinho a lot of credit for this as well, and maybe even Van Gaal, because Van Gaal would have been the one to really implement this into his game, which is when we are defending, Mata does defend from the right wing position.
Yeah.
So he does help Valencia when he can at right back, which is fantastic. But then when we go forward, he's not at right wing. He is absolutely all over the pitch. And yeah, I absolutely love the guy. I said my missus absolutely loves him as well. And we've got I don't want to shout out other. But we've got someone else.
There's still 1-0 at the minute.
Still 1-0.
Yeah.
Just saying it. I just quickly. I didn't want to shout out like other programs, but if you ever watch Football Focus on BBC Two, Juan Mata is actually he's on it this week, and he always comes across so well with interviews. It's well worth a watch that because he's Mr. Nice, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, mate. He is a nice guy. That's St Etienne on the attack here, coming through the middle. Oh, Bay, what covering by Bay? Look, get in, man. Romero come out for it. Bailey just took it, calm as anything. That's what we need as well, calmness. That's what Smalling doesn't have.
No. Horrendous on the ball, Smalling as well, isn't he?
He's so erratic, I find. Such strange for someone who's been drilled in the Man United way of defending. Just don't seem to grasp it.
No, he doesn't. I would almost go as far as saying that. Well, no, Jones and Rojo are better ball players than Smalling as well. So, yeah, he's struggling. It'd be interesting to see who lines up as our overall back four against against Southampton on the weekend, because we'd both agree, wouldn't we, Marcus, that Valencia and Bailly are going to start against Southampton. But who are the other two? Is he going to risk Darmian at left back?
No, do you know what? By the teams that he's picking at the minute, I would say the back four would be Valencia, Bailly, Rojo, and Blind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would think, and I think, to be honest, he'd be right for changing it, because again, Smalling, especially in this first 44 minutes, has done nothing to impress me.
No.
Blind has been up and down that left side like a good one as well. He's been getting forward. Bay's been rocking the defence as normal. I think Valencia for Ashley Young is the obvious one, and who would you rather play in centre defence, Rojo or Smalling? For me, it's Rojo.
Yeah, you've picked my back four to the player and to the tee, and explained the exact same reasons that I would. To be honest, I've got nothing more to add to that. I think that picks itself. And the only reason why I wouldn't play Blind would be if he plays 90 minutes today. But then again, I think Blind's probably fit enough to handle that.
Well, I think so. I mean, if they come back, when would they come back? Tonight? They'd fly back, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they fly back tonight, but I mean, it's bloody France. It's like, the flight must be like an hour.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's like playing a home tie, to be honest. They'd be longer. I mean, if they got the bus down to, when they're playing in London, they'll be on a coach.
Yeah.
Which would take a hell of a lot longer than flying to St Etienne. So yeah, there's no worries there. I don't think there's no jet lag. So yeah, fly back tonight, and they've got what, 4 whole days. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as if Sunday they're travelling far, is it? Really?
Exactly, it's Wembley.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the back four. There's no need to rest any of them. Surely not.
Nah.
And I don't think you'd want to take Southampton lightly either, being in the final.
No. Even, let's not forget they absolutely destroyed Liverpool. Absolutely destroyed them. Made a mockery of their club.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Half time.
Right. Draughty says Mark has just messaged him and ran out of toilet paper while on the toilet.
Still on the toilet, Draughty. Wow. Absolutely wow.
Okay. Right, I'm at half time, Ross. What about you?
Yeah, I'm at half time.
Yeah.
Bailly, Rojo, Shaw, Valencia. Bailly, Rojo, Shaw, Valencia. That's an interesting one. He's throwing Shaw in there. Leaf Gaming. Do you know what? I'd love to see it, but I'd heavily disagree with that. Given Shaw's game time, I'd be shocked. So I mean, I think Mark said it on the phone call that he hasn't played since the Wigan game. He hasn't played a single minute. So
right.
No,
there's definitely something up there, Ross. I mean, I can't see it being down to fitness all the time.
Yeah, no, it can't be, absolutely.
So I mean, something's got to be done about it. He's either got to back up his ideas and get back to a mentality that he needs to be.
Yeah.
Or out the door in the summer, I think, is basically the options he's got.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that.
I understand as well. He's come back from a horrific leg break, and yeah, it's going to play on your mind, and it will always be in the back of his mind. Will it happen again? Because your leg's not going to be the same. It's not as strong. So I mean, it could be that. It could be a mental issue.
Yeah.
It's a strange one considering he's such a talented player and a young player as well.
Yeah, it is. I'd love to know the reasoning for it. I really would, but I don't, and it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Shaw declared himself unfit. That's why he's out. Says Lionel Viegas.
Well,
if that's true, and you're Jose Mourinho and a player declares themselves unfit, I mean, what's your thoughts? What do you say to them? Are you angry at them for almost not wanting to play, or are you happy with their honesty? It's an odd one.
Yeah, it's a strange. I'll be interested to see the next couple of weeks, to see what happens into him. Because if he doesn't come back into the team, I honestly do. I think that's the end of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. But again, I come on the United stand and said 100% that Mkhitaryan will not play for Manchester United again, and I kind of said the same thing about Martial and proved us all wrong. The mad gamers, Mkhitaryan apparently has a hamstring injury, which is devastating. Lynn Hall, Mickey is vital for the final.
Yeah,
he's absolutely. I totally agree. He's vital. I tell you what, Marcus, I'll throw you this one. Who would you, if you could pick an injury to one of them, who would you rather be injured for the final, Mickey or Zlatan?
Oh, I would say Zlatan, because I think we've seen Rashford can do the job up top when called upon. I think Mickey has skill and pace in that team, especially on the right hand side, that no one could replace him on there to match him. The left hand side obviously is Martial's when he plays, but on the right hand side it's who is it? Mata?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't got the pace for me. So yeah, it would for me the injury would have to go to Zlatan, because Rashford can play up there, Martial could if needed. But for the right hand side, mate, I don't see there being much cover at all.
No, me neither. I'd agree with everything you said again. I think we've got more than enough to cover Zlatan. I think covering Mickey and his creative flair that he brings to the team at the minute is impossible. I really do. And there's hope. I keep seeing a comment saying he's got a lacerated hamstring. I mean, if he has, I think that news is coming from the physios too quickly. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think they'll have him, out the back, and they'll be testing his hamstrings, and they won't release a statement until later on. So it's interesting that he put on Rashford and not Jesse Lingard. I mean, it's the right substitution. I'm not saying it's not, but I just thought that he might, fancy playing Jesse Lingard, but apparently not. I hope that's not because Jesse's playing on Sunday though.
No, yeah, true. Hopefully he's not playing on Wednesday. He's busy dancing or something like that. But, right,
Instagramming.
Well, this is it. Yeah, he'd rather do that, wouldn't he? But right, thoughts on the Hearts then, Ross? A bit of a subdued game so far. Nothing really no clear-cut chances, I don't think, apart from St Etienne. They tried at the start of the game, but once we got the goal, we seemed to be in control.
Yeah, that half was ours. I mean, it's kind of I'll put that down to a Jose Mourinho masterclass of reading what they were going to do and just completely countering it. And I think he's totally nullified the threat, because they have got threats. They're not Leicester at the minute.
No.
I mean, they've got attacking threats to them, and we've nullified that. Bay's been fantastic. Smalling hasn't looked as shaky as he normally is, so I'd say that's a positive half for everyone. Soccer Boy says Lingard is a good squad player. I totally agree with that. I don't think he's starting 11 quality at all, but squad player for United, absolutely definitely. Tyler, where's Mark? We've gone through this quite a lot.
Say it again.
Yeah, I'll give you. We have. We haven't got confirmed reports of where's Mark tonight, but we've got a few, kind of unofficial, unofficial theories. If you search the hashtag where's Mark Goldbridge, one of them that he potentially is at a strip club. The second one is he's getting a Marouane Fellaini tattoo. Third one is he's on a plane to China, probably to sort out the Marouane Fellaini transfer. And the fourth one, which is probably the most controversial, is at Nottingham Forest. But Fellaini Tattoo's winning with 50% of the vote, so keep your votes in. It's on Draughty Devils Twitter page, so drop over there and yes, get voting. But officially, he is stuck in traffic, and I don't know if he's going to call you, Marcus. If you are listening, Mark, which I know you are, give us a call, because it'd be good to get your thoughts.
So I'll send him a text.
Well, so it's an awkward one, because he's in the car. He can't listen to the game and listen to us. So yeah, he's probably listening to half and half, bits of both. Andromeda, the score is 1-0 to Manchester United at half time. Early goal from Mkhitaryan, but he unfortunately pulled up injured and has had to come off for Marcus Rashford, which is frustrating. Mark is getting laid, says Jesse Hitman. Potentially. But the controversy is whether he's paying for it or not. Would Lingard get into Chelsea squad? No. No, but he wouldn't. But he's not a Londoner. He's not a Chelsea boy. And the fact that he come for a United youth team, I think he does play a part. And when we wouldn't go out. Manchester United would never go out to the transfer market and buy a Jesse Lingard, because that's not the criteria of player you go for. When you have one for free and is loyal to the club and is willing to sit on the bench, I think you embrace that. That's my thoughts on that.
So what about Ashley Young, Ross? What did you make of his first half?
I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really do. The stick that I give him, and all United fans give him, is the fact that we kind of know he's not going to be here next season. I think that's an absolute given. But fair play to Ashley Young, because he's played. I thought he played well against Blackburn. In all honesty, I think he's playing well today. But I agree with Mark. Mark's. He doesn't hate just Ashley Young. He likes Ashley Young, the player, but the hate of seeing him playing, because we should be playing Fosu Mensah in positions like this, because we could have Fosu Mensah for the next 10, 15 years. We've got Ashley Young for another 3 months.
So, I mean, do you reckon he's give Jose something to think about going into the cup final?
Ashley Young?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's a good comment. I think he's never going to start. We know that. No one's displacing Valencia in that team, but he might force his way into that bench. I really think that. Yeah. Me and Mark spoke about the politics of why Ashley Young's playing, which is basically because he's been told that he will play if he stays and doesn't leave to China. He will get the odd game and he'll whim his way into the bench, but I think he could. I think he'll probably get onto the bench for Sunday, and I feel sorry for the player that misses out on a trophy, or on a medal, or winning. I think you get a medal as a squad player anyway, but you don't get to live the day like Ashley Young will, and I feel sorry for whoever misses out, because it'll probably be a player that's contributed a hell of a lot more to our season than him so far.
Chris Newsom's put a comment here. Ashley Young never has had a fair rub of the green and deserves more chances. Now, that's a good comment, because you could say that for Schweinsteiger, you could say that for Fosu Mensah, and what would be your answer to that, Ross? I mean, why aren't these players? I mean, we don't. We're just fans. We don't know nothing, do we? But what do you think Jose's thinking is behind that?
Firstly, just on that, I think as fans we know a hell of a lot more than some pundits, to be honest, because it infuriates me that we get Martin. I don't want to pick on Martin Keown because he's a great pundit. Paul Merson, who pundits on Manchester United when there's no way he knows more about Manchester United than an actual Manchester United fan. But back to your original point, I think I'd agree. But Ashley Young never got the rub of the green, granted, but it's too late for him. He's 31, and as a winger, I think your career's coming to an end, and I don't think Ashley Young's got sustainability in that position. Schweinsteiger's a good point, because I think as a centre midfielder, he could go on for another 2-3 years for us, so I don't see why not, and I think he should be given more chances. I think he 100% should have started today's game, but again, we didn't see it. Steve Knight, Mark is on full times Devils, biggest transfer of 2017. He is definitely not on that fan channel. Not saying that he wouldn't go on there, because I know Mark, is open to anything, to be honest. But he's definitely not on there.
Mark's boss wouldn't let him go early. No, he's stuck in traffic. Zlatan fan. Well, the score's 1-0. I know it's not up on the scoreboard, but it is 1-0. Minnie, Marcus, you got all our support. Thanks, means a lot. Josh Coulthard, where is Mark? Stuck in traffic. Rachel, welcome, Marcus. Thanks. I mean, there's nothing really majorly going on in the game, though, Ross, is there? I mean, we thought the game was going to be flat in the first half. It turned out, I think, it's actually turned out to be like that. It's.
Do you know what? Man United scoring kills the game for me.
Yeah.
I mean, for the neutral, which we're not neutrals, we've seen what we kind of wanted to see. But for the neutral, you'd want an early goal from St Etienne. Game suddenly becomes a cracker. But it didn't get like that. Dan D-Man, get 1K likes on Mark. Yes.
Yeah, well,
get 1,000 likes from Mark, but more importantly, get 1,000 likes from Marcus. For Marcus, not Mark.
And
Marcus,
Ross.
And Ross. Marcus loving the new job. I think he is, aren't you, Marcus? Your head.
Do you know what? I've got to say, mate. Before this started, I was quite happy to watch the game in peace and then we get the message that he's stuck in traffic, and well, I must have dropped a kidney or something in the toilet, mate, because I was so nervous. But I mean, full-time Red, so we're doing a great job. So we're doing something right to keep the fans happy. But without the fans, we can't do it. So it's all for you.
Yeah, and again, I think that's a fantastic comment. And just to reiterate, I mean, Mark found out quite last minute that he couldn't do this, and it would have been easier, for him and for for the United stand to just not put any content out and just cancel the watchalong. But the decision was not to do that because he didn't want to deny you guys of the content that you get every day and that you deserve. So we've jumped in last minute to try and give you something. Apologies that Mark's not in the chair. I keep seeing that apparently Mark keeps sort of appearing from behind the chair and peeping up and disappearing again. I'm not seeing it, but some of you are apparently. But no, I've enjoyed it as well, mate. That has been good, trying to fill Mark's shoes for the evening. It's a shame again we couldn't get visuals due to the last minute prep of what we did. Given if Mark knew he would be unavailable, we could have done something. But unfortunately, Mark planned to be here in front of you guys, but just couldn't happen. But he will be here at some point. I don't doubt that. Well, look, it just depends on the traffic.
There was a good question earlier about saying will he do the live reaction after, and to answer that, I honestly don't know.
No.
I mean, we can't tell you. All depends how long he's stuck in the traffic, I suppose. As far as I'm aware, he's listening to the game. So, you may find that there'll be a show at 8:30 tonight. Because if he can't get back on, he might do a show at 8:30. We honestly don't know.
I don't want to put him on the spot, like you say, but I wouldn't doubt that Mark will come up with some kind of content for later on. But we'll see. Nico Dominguez, get Robbie on. I don't know if he is available. Robbie was the new guest, wasn't he, on Sunday night, I believe?
Yeah. Daniel Sheehan says this watch along is more banter than usual. Sorry, Mark, but it's true. That's the comments we like. That's the comment.
Brilliant.
Keep them coming. Mata, the best United player this season. Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd go Valencia.
Great shout, Valencia. But, you know what? You could pick 5 or 6 players, couldn't you? You could say Mkhitaryan for what he's done since coming in.
Oh, I mean, I'd only say Valencia because he's consistent.
I love Valencia as well. He's had one poor game for me. I can't tell you the game, but he has had one poor game. And I was furious with him, but that's it. One game, we'll give him that. Ross got my last name right. Dominguez is not that hard to say, is it? No.
Look at that, look, Droopy Devil. Yeah, Marcus doing well, but the other lad, don't know his name, is the future, Mark. That's a good shout, yeah.
Thanks, Droopy Devil. I appreciate that. Yeah. We'll, you never know. I might, you might see me on the odd other show, but Ross is always right, Sandy. Thanks for that, mate. I do try and be. I try not to tell you stuff that isn't true. Best channel on YouTube. Yeah. I'd agree with that, Rachel. I started off as a fan of the United stand, to be honest, and got in contact with Mark. We have kicked off the second half, by the way.
Yes, we have, yes.
But, my story is I started off, I've watched United stand for about a year, and I just got the opportunity, me and Mark, I met Mark at a 5-a-side tournament that we played in, representing the United stand, and sort of went from there, really. But I enjoy it as a fan as much as being on it occasionally, because I still watch, I watch Mark Goldbridge, I listen to all you guys, Skyping in, and some of you come up with some fantastic stuff, and I almost learn from you guys as well as as watching it myself, because sometimes listening to Marcus as well today, you hear someone will say something about a player and you just go, actually I didn't think about that, and so it does, you can learn from the stand as well as watching it and taking part.
Well, Jesse's got a hashtag for you. Ross is always right.
Nice one. Get on that.
Get it trending.
Good hashtag. Can you imagine if we got that trended in the UK? It'd be fantastic.
Marks and Ross doing a great job. Love you guys. DK Prince. Cheers, pal.
Oh, Fellaini have a good defensive header.
Yeah.
That's why he's on the pitch, guys. Defensive headers. But we didn't discuss this, Marcus. We didn't see any subs at half time.
No, I didn't.
Would you have wanted to have seen a substitution?
Well, I think, as we said, the game's dead and buried now, so I would have liked to see Schweinsteiger come on.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I'd like to see that happen. As for anyone else, I'd probably say no, to be honest. I can't see Michael Carrick lasting the whole game. I mean, we know what Carrick can do as well. So I would say chuck Schweinsteiger on with like half hour to go, 20 minutes to go. See what he can do in Europe.
Yeah. No, do you know what? The frustrating thing about that is, I agree, Schweinsteiger is a substitution. And when last time he played, again, I think it was Wigan, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark said it on one of his shows. He put in one of the best crosses I've seen all season. It was unbelievable. And yet he hasn't had a chance since then, which is infuriating. But again, do you know what? Regardless of the team selection, we haven't seen the youth. But if we win a trophy, we're on the right track, And we could have had other managers that come in, and David Moyes and Van Gaal might have played Fosu Mensah at right back, which were doing fantastic. We would have won, Soddle with them as our manager. So you have to take the rough with the smooth. We're never going to get the perfect manager, and I'd argue with some people that Fergie wasn't the perfect manager.
Yeah.
He was the best in the world and the best that there ever is. But there's no such thing as perfect, and he made mistakes. He sold Jaap Stam and he sold other players, and Mourinho's going to make mistakes. He might sell Luke Shaw. I think that would be a mistake, but mistakes happen. But I think I think we have the best manager in the world, and I'll argue anyone with that.
Yeah. Well, seeing as there's a break in play, there's a cracking question from Harper Hull. Why are you two Southern Shandy boys supporting United?
That's a fantastic
I think that's brilliant. I think that's probably the funniest comment so far.
Southern Shandy boys. I've got a mini story behind mine. What's your reason, mate?
Well, mine's simple, mate. It's in my blood. Simple as that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, your turn.
The reason I support Manchester United is, growing up, the first images of football it resonates quite well with you, and I was the youngest of two older brothers, and they both support Manchester United. My brother that's sort of closest to me, he supported United because his older brother supported United, and he supports United because our uncle supports United, and my dad supports Tottenham. But growing up, you kind of do everything that your older brother tells you to do, otherwise you get beaten up. and one of them things was, you support Manchester United, and growing up, I'm 26, coming on 27, so I'm quite young. So growing up, when I was sort of 5, 6, my first ever images of football was like David Beckham's halfway line goal, and it just I was fixated by it, and there's never been any other team in my life. I'm not one of them that as a youngster supported another team and then decided to switch. United again has been in my veins since I could talk.
Well, Rashford's in behind here. Oh, unlucky, man. Unlucky. Jesus Christ, the pace of this lad is unreal.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Unbelievable, man. The speed of him. Oh.
I've just seen that now, yeah. Proper. He's so much potential, isn't he, Rashford?
Yes.
I mean,
you imagine that pace straight down the middle. Jesus.
I think Rashford's actually, Rashford had his breakout season under Van Gaal and he played really well. I think Rashford's a better player than he was last season. I think his development under Mourinho has been quite significant. He's not playing as many games, and I think that's helping him. I think Zlatan being in the team is helping him, and I think that he's even sort of excelled my expectations of him, because I did think he'd have a dip in form, like all kind of young breakout players have.
Yeah.
I remember a young James Milner having a breakout and looking fantastic, and look what happened to him. I think Rashford generally, after seeing him this season under Mourinho, has got a hell of a future, and it's brilliant to see Mourinho, people say he doesn't play youth, and yeah, he might be neglecting people like Fosu Mensah, but Rashford's very much a part of not even just our squad, but our starting 11.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. The potential that him and Martial have, it's, if Mourinho can get it out of them, they would be absolutely phenomenal. And I know Rashford, his natural position isn't a winger, but he's a striker by trade. But I think if he could turn Rashford with that pace into a winger and get a better end product on him, I think that would be immense, absolutely immense.
Yeah,
he would be like a perfect sub for Mkhitaryan, or absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that's absolutely spot on. I think definitely the future of Manchester United. I keep saying, did he done? People keep talking about Leicester, but they're not playing until 7:45. So I don't know why people were talking about that. I don't think Leicester. I don't think Leicester will get battered tonight by all means, but we'll wait and see about that. But it is still 1-0 to United. People guessing on Mkhitaryan's injury, precautionary 2 weeks out. I don't think there's any news of his injury yet. I'd be surprised at the club to come out with a statement of anything about that injury as of yet. So we'll wait and see. He could make the cup final. We never know. But yeah, still at 1-0.
Yeah, a couple of people still asking about Mark Ross.
Where's Mark Goldbridge? Mark is definitely drunk. I don't think he's drunk. I definitely don't, because he's driving at the minute, unfortunately. So if he is drunk, he's got a bit of a problem. But no, he's just generally stuck in traffic. The chair has been spotted walking Mark's dog. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. But do you know what? This chair's getting a lot of love tonight. I've seen a lot of comments about the chair. So do you know what? If you've loved what this chair's been doing tonight, because it has been fantastic, just drop the video a like, because it's great to see your support, and we're nearly up to 700. So we're getting closer to our 1,000 like goal, and that's what me and Marcus spoke before. 5 minutes before doing this. And the one goal that we wanted to do tonight, was to get 1,000 likes. Please, please like and subscribe to the channel as well.
Yeah, without you guys, we're nothing. You guys are the fans, and you dictate the shows and everything like that. And we go by what you say. So, liking and subscribing, you're doing it for yourself. St Etienne's got a free kick here.
Just one for the live comments. When you live comment, guys, have got a minute.
Yeah.
Put a figure on Rashford's transfer value. Let's not go ridiculous with it. Don't want to see 80 millions. I want to see genuine transfer values for Marcus Rashford. In my head, I couldn't really put a figure on it. Have you got any figures to mind?
You know what? I would. Looking at it, looking at John Stones' price at 50 million for a defender, and watching how he played last night, I would say Rashford is more than 50 million.
Okay, what
right.
You going with just?
Do you know what? I'd have a shout at saying probably about 60, 65, just because of his age. He's English, he'll be well sought after, and I'd probably say that. If John Stones is worth 50, he's a good shout for 60, easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Rachel said 10 million. I think it's ridiculous. We've got some 20. CJ Gilday is 17 to 22. You know what? Going back to what Marcus just said, I think 17 to 22 million is the right transfer fee for Marcus Rashford on where he is at the minute. But when you do see that players like John Stones go for that price, and you look at the weight of Manchester United's financial force, I think it'd have to prime away from United, you'd have to be more than 50 million.
Right, we've got a donation of $2 here from Jack Strand. Thanks for that. And his comment is, protest Fellaini, #not my tree. So, great comment, Jack.
Great comment. I mean, I agree with the protest, and you'd be more devastated when you find out that according to our Twitter poll, Mark Goldbridge is actually getting a Fellaini tattoo as we speak. I mean, that's just according to the Twitter poll. It's completely unofficial, but you know, if you believe it, then you believe it.
Oh, Fellaini's just had a shot there, mate. I thought it was in.
Yeah, I see that. That was,
I saw the net rattle. I thought, oh, oh no. Mate, you got a yellow card. He's out. No.
What?
well, it could be. Let's turn it to a positive. It means he's out of the next Europa League game, but
Oh, mate, you know that's going to be Smalling.
what's Smalling for the next game?
Yeah.
Well, we might get trusty Phil Jones back. You never know. Nathan just confirming Bailey suspended.
Yeah.
Chair is priceless. The chair is priceless. That is a fantastic. Do you know what? I don't know. I know Draughty Devil does the studio, and I don't know where he got that chair from, but I wouldn't mind having that chair at home. It's a fantastic looking chair. It's got United Stand logo embroidered in it. Quality chair.
No, there's a comment there from. Where was it? About marking traffic. Where was it? Ah, there we go. Droopy Devil. Definitely a like tonight, but it's a blag about traffic. Honest to God, mate, it's not a blag about traffic. He is actually stuck in traffic. I mean, at least as far as I know, he's stuck in traffic.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is actually stuck in traffic, but you know, he is coming back from. I think he worked in a different place today or something, and he's driving back from not his normal commute. Let's put it that way, and he's basically just overestimated the time it's going to get back and traffic. I think if it was a clear run, he would have made it back in time, which was his ultimate goal. But I think the traffic at rush hour is pretty mental from where he's travelling from. Breaking news: Manchester United sign a chair for £200 million.
I hope this is right. Everyone's saying Bastion's coming on.
Dutchland Football Meister. Excellent stuff.
I hope that's right. Karakov, Bastion on. Yeah, it must be true. Everyone's saying it. How long's left? Last half hour.
It's a great thing about our live comments is that, you know, if one person says something that you can kind of ignore it, but when you get a flood of about 20, you're like, oh, it's actually happening.
Yeah. It's what I like. I love the live comments.
Lucas says, Ross, make sure you're not on 3G. Actually, Marcus commented me about 10 minutes before we went live to say, please go on your Wi-Fi, because I have a habit of coming on United Stand and just absolutely rinsing my 4G data, and getting an evil text from EE saying you're near the end, which is never a good thing.
Right, on he comes.
Here he is, number 31.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty pleased. I mean, even if it stays at 1-0, Ross, and it's a drab match, I'm pleased he's getting a good half hour here to stretch his legs.
He's going to score. He's going to score on assist. Yeah. Guarantee it. He's a World Cup winner, and I think he's a fantastic footballer.
Oh, Bailey's got a red card.
Oh, Bailey, what are you playing at?
Marino's going to go fuming. Oh my dear!
I haven't seen the incident yet, so I'm waiting for that. But thanks for. Oh God!
Oh,
the chair has done more than I need tonight. Hey, what are you playing at?
I can't wait to see this, because we know the refs have been against United the majority of the season with their decisions. So I would.
I mean, the first one was a yellow. I wouldn't disagree with that, but it'd be interesting to see.
I mean, guys, was it a straight red or was it a second yellow?
Oh.
No, give over.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'd barely even say that's a foul. I need to see the replay.
What's he done?
It was an absolute joke of a red card. Disgraceful, says Sam the man.
No,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Fuming.
Lifetime. the ref's trying to put a bit of interest into the game, isn't he?
Oh, good God, come on, look. Never is that a yellow. Never mind a red. Well, it's second yellow, isn't it? So.
He won the ball!
Yeah.
What is this ref playing at? I tell you what, this ref needs to apply for a job in the Premier League if he's going to ref like that. That is an absolute joke. We're seeing Rojo on for Mata now, which is obvious given the fact that we're centre back down.
Well, at least Schweinsteiger came on before it, so.
Exactly, we wouldn't have seen that. But you know what? It's horrendous refereeing, but it does not change this tie in the slightest. Do we think that St Etienne are going to score 5 goals in half an hour? Absolutely no chance.
No. People saying in the comments he was warned earlier, but it's not a yellow. Nah. Sandeep D said refs are. Yeah, agree with that, mate.
Yeah, what these international refs need to realise is that not every foul is a booking. That was a foul potentially, but I'm on a booking. That's what other leagues, the UEFA and FIFA need to realise that the reason why the Premier League is the most watched league in the world, and the reason why it's so entertaining, is because it allows fouls like that, and it makes it a part of the game.
Yeah.
That's why That's why I can't get into Italian football. I can't watch people roll about the floor. It just winds me up.
It is, isn't it? I mean, I'm exactly the same. I hate watching the Euros and the World Cup because it's more like if it keeps going like that, football is going to end up being a no-contact sport. Yeah,
and it is a contact sport. You're right with that. It's a contact sport.
I mean, the way I'm not saying it's specifically foreign players, because I've seen English players do it as well. But the way they go down sometimes, it's like they've been shot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've got Marcus Rashford's in the comments, so must have Twitter out on his phone saying prick of a ref. I agree with that. Rashford also says the ref is on drugs. He's spamming the comments now.
Concentrate on playing, mate, please.
Jordan Thompson says typical English deluded fans. I don't really know what you're getting at there, to be honest, mate. Please elaborate on why we're so deluded. I mean, all we want to see is a little bit of contact in a contact sport. I mean, do you want the refs to go this way? Would you rather it be non-contact?
Dav OK says Bay's out of next 2 EL games, but then there's a comment above it saying he only misses the next game and only 1 yellow from another suspension after ban. So, I mean, do you know, Ross, is it a 2 game or is it a 1 game?
No, it'd be an automatic 1 game ban, it should be. So, and I don't think he'd be on a yellow. I think all these yellows are wiped out. I don't think he goes on a yellow.
No.
Anthony Abdurab says, Bay, what are you doing, fool? I don't think he was a fool. I think he was well enough to go for that, and even on a booking, I'd have still gone for that because it wasn't a yellow card. You can't describe. You can't think that the ref's going to send him off for that. So it's all right. George Carl says we can use Fellaini as a centre back.
That's the spirit, George. Well done.
That is the spirit in capitals as well. I know people think their comments get read out if it's capitals. I didn't read it in capitals. I read it because I haven't read a George Carl comment in a while, and he's been on the live comment since the very start, which is fantastic.
Right, that's up there with the best of the comments tonight. Always count on Fellaini.
Yeah.
1 game ban and a yellow when he comes back. That's from Nathan.
So he does get a yellow. So basically, if he gets booked in the neck when he comes back, he's suspended again. No good.
Football Red Devils 1 game ban. After Nani's red in the Champions League, anything is possible, says Rish Abba, I think.
Yeah, fatigue will be a problem on Sunday. I don't agree with that, Chris J. I think we're going to have one of the longest breaks that this team's had in a while, which is 4 days. I don't think fatigue should come into it on Sunday.
Well, Ross, that Well, St Etienne now, I mean, they're never going to score 5, are they? But I suppose they like to think they could get 1. 67 minutes in.
Yeah.
How do you think they'll go for it now? Do you throw caution to the wind? And
they will do. I think, to be honest, I think this Bay sending off will probably play into United's hands, because it's obviously going to make St Etienne come at us, probably more caution than they would have done before. And I think counter attack with Rashford on the pitch should be devastating for us. So I think we'll still make it 2-0. I did predict 2-0 before the game. Marcus predicted 1-0. So as long as there's another goal, one of us predictions will be in. So we'll wait and see. I mean, that's nearly a fantastic ball back from Daily Flynn.
Zlatan was nearly in there.
Just missed out. Nice comments. It'd be interesting to see if you can, in one word, describe Ashley Young's performance for today's game. And be honest, I'd say he's been okay. It would be my one word. Even though it's, be interesting to see what your thoughts are. What are yours, Marcus, on Ashley Young today?
I think he's been quite sound, actually. I'm quietly surprised. I don't think he's as good as Valencia at right back, but I think maybe he's asked a question here of Mourinho tonight and said, well, look, boss, I can do the job at right back as well. Yeah. And, maybe consider me for the final. I mean, I don't think he will, but, he's put the question to him, I think, with his performance tonight. I've just had a text from Mark here, and it says he'll be back in 5 minutes.
Absolutely brilliant.
So, hopefully...
Well, Ross Gallagher says solid. Quality name, Ross. Yeah. Absolutely legendary name. We've had a lot of solid, a lot of competence, a lot of acceptables. Gregor says solid. I'd agree with that. So, I've had one crap from... I don't agree. I think it's been okay. Again,
I think we've done well, actually, tonight, considering it was last minute.
Yeah, really well, really well.
Apart from the start with the sound.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we got over that. What was the issue in the end, Marcus?
Yeah, I had my sound output going through my telly instead of my laptop.
That's always handy, isn't it?
I didn't check. Sorry. I was hoping you wouldn't mention it.
Yeah, so a lot of people saying that they've got 3 of us on tonight, because Rachel says we've got Marcus, Ross, and the chair, which is as well as you guys. I've sat here looking at that chair all night as well, and it's been good. It's been fantastic. Now time for Joe's. Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to read what you was reading then. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just reading that. Yeah, now time for that's Lionel Viegas again. But do you think he'll part the bus?
I think he will do now, mate. Yeah, I think again it's a clean sheet, isn't it? Builds confidence, amongst the goalie. I know he's only a sub goalie, but he'll be proud to get a clean sheet tonight. And but I do think the saying is true that 10 men is harder to beat than 11. And they're struggling, St Etienne, to get through. I don't know why that is, Ross. Do you know the reason why 10 men's harder to beat than 11 sometimes?
It's basically because with 11 men, you're more likely to throw caution to the wind and send your wing backs up and be easily countered or have space in behind you. When you go to 10 men, you just sit back, as United are doing right now, and it's teams that sit back. It's nigh on impossible to score against, and you have to be a team of immense quality to do that. And we found that under Van Gaal and Moyes. Teams used to sit back against us, and we could never break them down. And the same's happened to Liverpool over the past since 2017. They can't break down teams that sit back because there's no space to do that. Which is you get the 10 men effect. But United have as of late found the quality to break teams down like that. But teams of like St Etienne should not have enough quality to break down a 10 men United.
No, it's comments here, talking about the chair as well. I think the chair's getting more love tonight than us, mate. I think.
Well, guys, if you think the chair has been phenomenal tonight, please drop the video a like. It really helps us out, and you know, if you like it, if we get more than 1,000 likes, you never know. You may see me and Marcus again. You know, best double act since Morecambe and Wise. You know, so yeah, get liking the video, and you guys have been fantastic in the comments as well. I mean, there's some comments that really made me chuckle, and I haven't been able to read, them all out, but I've nigh on read every comment that you've put there tonight. I've had more eyes on that than the game, so thanks for that, guys.
Do you know, from my point of view as a moderator, I think it's been fantastic that I haven't had to ban or time out anyone in the comments. So I think you owe yourselves a good pat on the back, and you can be good to each other. It's all banter and it's all for fun, and it's all for you at the end of the day. So,
Chair is beast.
Yeah. Oh, we've just been called two clowns. There.
Yeah, we'll let that one.
Yeah, we'll let that one go, Joel. All right, just because we're nearly finished.
He may have a point. Score's
Right.
1-0. Emmanuel, the score is still 1-0. Bay's been sent off. Mkhitaryan got injured early on after scoring a fantastic move by a Mata cross. The game's turned into what it is, basically, isn't it, Marcus?
Yeah, mate. It's again, games like this, when it's over and done with, it's the last 10-15 minutes seem to take forever, don't they? But I mean, now I think we've got one more sub we can make, haven't we? I think.
No, you've used them all
You've
now,
used
mate.
them now,
We've Rojo, Schweinsteiger, and Rashford.
Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Mickey first half. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that.
The full-time Red says you're a legend. So that's
Who, though?
nice. You.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah. But then,
full-time Red.
don't get too confident, because then in another sentence he says that I'm a god. All right.
I was nearly going to swear then. I was furious. Absolutely furious. What's better, a legend or a god? Please elaborate.
Let's have a look. Right, we're coming forward here. Nice ball over the top there from Schweinsteiger to Rashford. Can he do anything with it?
Lovely ball, that, actually.
It's just holding it up. Back to Schweinsteiger. Yeah, it's just a matter of keep possession now, isn't it?
Will Schweinsteiger ever take his gloves off?
780 likes for the chair.
Yeah, it's doing well.
Yeah. Maybe me and Ross can get the last 220 then to knock it up to 1,000.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, really, I've really enjoyed it tonight. And we got 15 minutes left, so let's have a good 15 minutes live comments, and let's see what we can get some good banter going.
Yeah, that's the last push. Let's get going. Right, where the hell is Mark? Tricked football. Mark said about 10 minutes ago he'll be 5 minutes.
He's just removing the old Nottingham Forest t-shirt now.
Beck's telling everyone to unlike the video. Cheers, Beck. Ta.
Yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciated that.
Yeah, no deputy for him.
Yeah.
Chair speaks to MW. Yeah.
And guys, you can find Mad Marcus on Twitter. He is at mad_Marcus13. Don't take his tweet seriously.
Mark never remembers it.
And if you ever get a direct message from him, whatever you do, don't open it, because it's normally something absolutely disgusting. And so give Mad Marcus a follow on Twitter, and give me a follow as well. That would really help me out. I'm at Hazard90.
Yeah. Did you like that message, Ross?
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I sent it to everyone. Everyone just creased up. Mark sent a message back saying that's gross. Oh, shot from St Etienne, well over. Oh, it's a good thing as well. Romero hasn't had a lot to do tonight as well, so.
Very good thing.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
Again.
with Fellaini in the team as well.
Well, do you know what? I mean, he's missed a clean sheet, and I don't know how he pulls it off. He must be the jammiest goalkeeper in the history of sport, because he does get some clean sheets for Romero. But yeah, I mean, that save that he made at Blackburn was absolutely horrendous. I mean, he was miles offside, but I was thinking, what the hell are you bang at Romero for that sort of non-goal?
Oh dear. Bastian is so intelligent, he needs to play more. Yeah, do you know what, Andre? That's a good shout. That is for that. Tag 747. Wonder what Disco Dave makes of Mr. Goldbridge's disappearance.
Who's Disco Dave?
Oh, that's Kev's Bandcamp transfer bloke,
is
isn't
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like Kev's Bandcamp, Disco Dave.
He's the window cleaner, apparently.
Oh, Disco Dave or
Disco Dave,
Kev.
yeah. George Kyle, Marcus, this has been a real Mission Impossible tonight. Yeah, I know it has, mate, yeah. Referring to the video. Looked onside to me, yeah. Yeah, he did look onside, that one. Bad ref again, was not offside, Herman, yeah.
Still on 50% with Jordy Devil's Twitter poll for Mark is, well, he would have got a Fellaini tattoo by now, but we'll hear from the man from himself very shortly. I'm absolutely positive. So he can explain to you all where he's been and what he's been doing, whether he has been in a strip club, you know, whether he has been getting laid, as you all keep saying, or whether he's just been out walking his dog. We'll hear from the man very soon.
Jordan Thompson, sorry for calling you deluded. If that's to any one of us, mate, that's fine. We've been called, well, I don't know about you, Ross, but I've been called worse a couple of times.
I have, yeah. I think that was alluding to the deludish English fans.
Oh, right, okay. Right. I'll tell you what, guys. Sorry, Ross. Guys, in the comments, can you let us know if the video's been lagging at all? Because we can't see. So just type. Actually, no, it's going to be wrong, isn't it? Because they'll all spam it.
Well, they wouldn't know if it was lagging because they can't see our faces, and if it lags, it's when the voice is out of sync to the to the video. So they shouldn't have had any lag with just voices. Hopefully.
I hope not. I mean, Draughty hasn't. Draughty said it did at the start a couple of times. No, video's good. No, fine. No lag today. No lag. Brilliant. Right. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure everything was all right. Our end.
No lagging.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, there you go. See, so you know, if there's no lag and you want us on again, just say it in the comments.
If you want us on again, like the video. If we get more than 1,000 likes, I'm sure you will see this double act again. Yeah. Maybe not on a watch along. I don't think you'll get us for for 3 hours nearly. That's been a long time. I think my missus she's come home from work, made dinner, and gone to bed all in this time. But you might see us in another capacity at some point. So yeah, give the video a like.
Right, Mark's in the comments.
Look, Goldbridge.
Goldie is back. There he is.
There he is.
There he is. See, told you he's coming.
Skype me in. Right, shall we Skype him in, guys? It's up. It's your call.
Yeah. do you want us to Skype him in or not?
Because we're happy just to do the last 15 minutes on our own. If you Nico Dominguez says no, I think we should Skype him in. I'm sick of seeing it.
Yeah, go on then. Let's Skype the boss in. Right, Ross, do you want to do it?
I don't think I can, mate.
Right.
Because you've got the live stream thing, okay?
Okay. Right. Add, isn't it? Add participant. Yeah.
That's it.
Add people to this call.
There's a lot of no's, but we all know you're here to see Mark. Really. What's the viewers will all go up. Mark will tweet it out that he's back.
Yeah, but bear in mind we didn't need Mark to get the likes on the 69,000 subs. Still there, Ross? What is going on here? Yes, mate. My Skype was crashed on the computer. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to close the program and call you back, mate, because I'm on my phone. Alright, hang on. Yeah. Come on.
Another one down.
What's going on here?
Capsules, so I got 2 packets. They're £1 for 6 in Savers. So it's more beneficial to get them.
Mummy,
Just shove
do
them
you
way
make
back in.
eczema?
Shove it back in the tin. Yeah,
No eczema.
I tried it. She's fun on that. What's the matter, Mark? It's when Mark called in. Yeah. Skyped in. His thing crashed. Oh no. Unfortunately, these things do happen. Well, that's the end of the programme, there you go. Oh, is it? That's nearly done, is it? I bet you're all talked out, in you? He's tired. I bet he's never talked so much. There's the smoke on the floor, Mark. You can't eat, Mark. What was I doing? All the cabbage and coleslaw and stuff today. Well, cabbage and coleslaw, that makes sense, doesn't it? The cabbage from the coleslaw. It's in the fridge anyway, so whenever you feel like wanting it or anything, then I'll make it ignore you. Ashtray. You're knocked down again. You're knocked down again. Probably not, no. I feel really bloody after that McDonald's. I don't want McDonald's anymore. What did you have? Just nuggets. And I think it's horrible. It feels a bit disgusting.
And which one's your favourite?
That one.
I would like to see. Next to it.
I wish you got a picture. Things it's just a shame it's right at the end of the bloody programme when we could have.
Mummy, what's the
No,
Right, can you guys hear me at all?
dinner? I can't eat it. What, burger? There's burger.
No.
Mummy?
Right, can you, yeah? You guys can hear me, yeah? Yeah, right, thank God for that. Sorry, Skype just decided to shut down and I can't get Ross or Mark back. So, you're going to have to just give us a second, yeah? Fuck's sake.
The phone's going. Come on. What do you want?
Right, so hopefully I can get Skype working again, and I'll try and get it back. Just bear with me, alright, just bear with me, hang on. Right, let's try it again. Oh good, you can hear me the whole time, good, thank God for that. Right, just gonna see if I can get them back now. Ross, you're there. Yeah, I know you can hear me. Yeah, it's alright. But United won the game. Yeah, what I'll do, if I get Mark, I'll get Mark to get on and do a show. All I can do is apologise for the last 10 minutes and the first 10 minutes. I've got Ross calling there. Oh, come on.
Nanny, why are you wrapping
yesterday and the day before. I was too weak to get